Okay. There's me, I guess.
Okay, it's recording my audio now.
Well, how about wind and all that?
Yeah, because you guys' audio is one thing. Remember? Because it only lets me do one at a time. There we go. Input. No, it's output. No, is it input? Yeah, it's input, so get rid of this one, because the other one has my settings already. Okay, talk a little.
Blah, 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 blah.
Okay. Should be good now.
Alright. Can I talk a little bit?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. No. I was thinking about, like...
band.
We were talking about how the boat would have, like, someone else being, like, the, like, person who owns it or whatever the hell.
Right.
I was thinking, what if, like, y'all just owned the boat?
Sounds good.
Okay. Is it gonna be
you wouldn't be beholden to, like, a hard holder, you just communally have it, or however you think would work.
Wind owns the boat and slaps us around being like, hey, don't touch that. Hey! Don't eat those pennies! I need those. Hey!
Well, I say this because I didn't want to, like, just have a hard holder that y'all were just constantly beholden to, like, just in close proximity all the time.
Alright.
Because if it was any other thing where, like, you lived in a community, the community would probably, like, you wouldn't have to see them every fucking day, but you're on a fucking relatively large boat. So you'd have to constantly be, like, engaging with that.
Yeah, we're on the Titanic too.
You're a maestro, so your establishment would be on the ship. Yes, you would, we could, like, think about how that works. Like, I think you probably figured out what kind of establishment you want.
We're all gonna be on a showboat. This is basically a showboat.
It's a showboat that I have a secret fucking... I have a cover-up store for my weird fucking... water splunking.
I thought you were about to say something very different, and I hated it.
Alright, now that I've, I guess, established that, let's put this down into, like, concreteness.
Yeah?
What is the boat?
Elaborate.
You know the showboat Branson Bell?
No, I mean, like, it is essentially up to you guys, like, or at least, like, you know, at this point, what is the boat? What is its like purpose? How do y'all fit on that? And yeah, you need a boat.
It's the showboat Branson Bell. I don't think any of you guys know what the fuck I'm talking about when I say that.
No, we don't. I still like the idea of it being like kind of like a traveling market where but they also kind of forage for shit.
Yeah, being a scavenger boat, like, is 100.
Right.
But it makes sense that you would, like, also hedge your bets and have maybe possibly multiple, like, reasons for it to be.
It would be... Ooh, that's neat.
That's the showboat, like... Branson Bell. That's the front.
That's a yacht-like thing.
Showboat.
Yeah, that's more of a yacht. It's still cool, though.
Yeah, it's cool.
I hate seeing commercials for this thing all the fucking time. Go visit the showboat Branson Bell, and it'll be more than just a boat. It'll be a lifelong experience. Okay.
You get trapped on the boat.
Scavenger boat, but since, like, Apom's a maestro, that means that they've got, like,
well, I mean, if it's a scavenger boat, they've got to have, like, establishments for, You know how Henry Ford basically built, like, a tiny little town for his workers to live in?
I mean,
I would assume
what I'm saying is
kind of like that.
I mean, that part, you know, somewhat works, but at the same time, it's like, I don't think Apom's whole character idea is, like, entertainment for the workers. It's probably also, like, I imagine...
There you go.
Let's let Apom type some shit out first.
Okay.
Or...
I was about to be
boat.
like...
That's
it. No, that's
I was about to be like, no, Apom
it.
works in the square.
Honestly.
There's just a DJ booth in there.
This is the entertainment pit.
My character lives in the crab shack.
Yeah, his venue's still music. Which, yeah, I'd say it works out. That is to say, depending on other choices, maybe like it's something to get people more interested. I mean, like, of course, it works normally as a venue in that respect, but it also plays like a dual purpose in like getting people more interested in like, your shit.
There could be a residential area.
I mean, people live on the boat, but there's not gonna be like a
like,
residential area. There's probably like cots and shit.
Yeah, we all have to sleep on the ground.
You know what I was thinking?
What's that?
Was what would be interesting is if there was like a news character on the boat.
I mean, that'd be cool,
me.
but like none of y'all took that, so that's like.
No, that's me.
But
I'm just gonna tell you about the whole fucking world, even though I don't know jack shit.
I don't think you have to do anything about spectacle. I think easy food and drinks like works as like an idea of like you take care of like, you know, supplies and shit. Like,
I mean,
you mean what?
We could use it as like, oh, this is a touristy sort of thing. Like, I mean, I know it's the apocalypse, but like, even in a flooded world, I don't think there would be too many moving cities. Like, there would be a few, definitely, but I don't think there would be too many.
Do you understand that we are not a city?
Oh, yeah.
We're in like a village.
You're
you're
more like a small community.
Yeah,
like,
I guess.
We're like 3 people in, you know, a
3
flyer.
people and the folks that you like depend on.
So 4 people.
Would no fixed location as security be redundant? I mean, it wouldn't be redundant. It would probably play into it quite well. Nobody can like find you easily, so that's like that's pretty good security. You could also like I wouldn't like think badly of you if you also took something else like a gang.
Yeah, because I kind of saw like the fixed location, because I also get that option for my followers, like, are they called scene, students court, whatever. I kind of saw them being like fixed location being, okay, they're with you at all times, versus no fixed location being, they just come whenever.
You're the security's a bouncer. You could also do a gang. You don't have to do a gang, since like, you kind of vaguely have a gang in Seth's little folks. You know what would make sense? Is that like the prospect of easy food and drink and the music and shit means that since like Seth's cult is more of a scene, they're just kind of folks who exist.
They just float in and
what
out.
if like your scene just kind of like filters in and out whenever you make land? Like folks who think like, oh, that's interesting, I'm gonna stick around. And your place has some room, so they'll stick around. But then when you like shove off, then maybe like some people leave, some people join on. It kind of just continually cycles. And so that like so new people go on the boat and they stay for a while and they take they take part in the food and drink and the music, and then like sometimes they leave, but it always kind of stays in equilibrium.
They have to. They have to be disciples of the penny swallowers. What's it called again?
We don't have a name.
They have to leave sometime. Yeah, they have to leave sometime to spread the word.
Well, no, it's more like Seth took the like option.
The scene.
They're
like,
they're
oh,
not
shit,
so
what
much
the
like
fuck? Yo, I'm
they're
gonna
not so
follow
much
this
yours
dude.
as you are theirs.
Yeah, the
So you're more like just the weirdo who they kind of just follow around a little bit to see what you do.
yeah, that's what I chose.
Like imagine you're kind of like a sideshow kind of. It's like
guys.
That's interesting enough that, and I don't have many things to do, so I'm just gonna fucking like go.
Hey guys,
Okay,
watch
but there
this.
are a
Removes
few-
glove. It's got blue fingers, dude.
There are a few that do stick with Seth, right?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna say like at least 2.
Yeah, at least 2 to 4, I'd say.
However many you want to
Small
like
group.
can figure out, because I'm not gonna like make your own cult members for you. You can like give them like what I'll say is like whenever it comes up, I'll like probably ask like, "Hey, what are their like names and personalities?" And then I'll like kind of make a character out of that.
Oh shit.
How's that sound?
Time to get the name randomizer up.
Uh,
So I don't have to think.
Shane Nichols and Freddie Zink.
That's pretty good.
That's way too good. That's better than I could ever come up with.
I'd say that like their first names wouldn't be used, and I just call them Nichols and Zink. But that's how they want to be called.
Nichols, Zink,
Since
and
you have
Premium
regular
Silver.
interest, species with those would be boat residents and passersby. I'd say. Let me check the for what exactly you mean. And then. Yeah, you have regulars, right? You could probably. Okay, those would be NPCs though. How about come up with some names and some ideas just off the top of your head whenever it comes up, and like we'll just have them kind of be there more than they probably should logically. Like, you know, it's not often that we go to the same place twice in like a month, but they kind of just show up regardless. Like, how'd this motherfucker get from like, you know, the previous place to the next place we're going faster than us?
Oh, you know. Winky face. They
So
swam.
they're just kind of there.
They swam all the way over.
The other ones that like who wants in on it, who you go for it. Person you got for singular instrument. I imagine you probably have like some sort of a small band or something.
I like how Apom's avatar does not pop up for me in the chat.
Music.
And the fact that I woke up this morning and I had to look at, you know, Apom's previous icon this morning.
Advanced cast crew, but wait, I'm sorry. Did I not listen good? Did something dumb just get said?
Yeah, I had to look. I had to look at the Elimia Ehoge this fucking morning because Apom didn't update his fucking icon.
Okay. Let me turn you
Or
up.
whatever the fuck that was that you had.
Alright, so I think we got that together. So, like, so the boat is essentially just like, it is still a pontoon. How does it move around?
No, just for the pontoon. I'll look up for pontoon. No, pontoon boat for
pontoon's
sales.
not like probably the best word for it. It's more like a floating house, kinda. Floating series of houses.
It's basically the raft you get in the forest. It's just a
Yeah, I
bunch
guess.
of logs in a house. A log cabin on a boat.
Probably not working too much with logs. You're probably
Yeah,
working more with
but that's
glass.
what it was essentially, just to give an idea as to what that was. It was just a log cabin on a bunch of logs floating around. Be like this. Copy image. There we go. Yellow boat, what the hell?
So as I was saying, like, so
But that's a house instead.
so how does the boat move around?
We have at least 4 people rowing along. I don't think we got gas in this thing, do we?
I mean,
What
rowing
is
is probably a lot of work for moving this thing.
Yeah. What's the frequency for fuel, would you say?
Not good.
Not good. I'd say probably some fuel, but most of the time we're gonna have to be... We got just one dude in the back with very good legs.
Do you think that you have sails or anything?
Sails would be good. I forgot sails exist, I'll be fucking honest. See, this is why we need more
it's probably
people.
relatively scarce, but it would be an interesting need for y'all to have fuel to move around. So if you want to go with that, that could be like a thing.
Oh, I
So
found...
like you think that you got like some working propellers that that wind like rigged up at some point.
There you go.
Or propeller? What is the word for? Is it a propeller?
Yeah, it's a propeller, I think.
Okay.
Like, even if it's
So
not,
you've
I
got, like-
understand.
So you've got like one big like emergency sail that you can hoist up, but it's like kind of shit because cloth isn't easy to come by. Otherwise, you kind of push yourselves along by like revving up an engine a whole bunch and then just kind of letting yourself float in that direction.
Oh, please get us to land.
All right. How do you think that those? Do you think it's multiple or a singular propeller?
Multiple.
Okay. Like
It's always
two or
gonna
three?
be multiple. Like about 2 or 4. I think it's gonna be even
Do you want
numbered.
to have a specific number, like 3 maybe?
3 maybe. Yeah.
Hey, I'm back. What are we talking about?
We're talking about the boat.
Did you? Yeah, we're talking about the boat. I think folks have come up with the idea that maybe the way that y'all move is using like propellers and engines and shit.
Yeah.
Noisy boat.
You have like an emergency sail, but it's not very good, so that's why it's an emergency sail. So basically, a thing to always keep in mind is like fuel as a need. Let's see.
Do we have any way to siphon gas from anything?
Me, I exist.
How do you think?
And kerosene?
How do you think you would get fuel? I mean, you probably all
No.
generally just buy it, but how do you think places?
You
Well-
get a tube, put it in the gas tank, and
I was thinking literally that. There are probably some undamaged cars at the bottom of the ocean, cars that haven't been punctured all the way.
or some other
so, like,
boats
that's-
that have been
that's,
left
like,
by.
Another reason why y'all scavenge, so that you can like possibly find fuel and shit like that. Pick the finger skill, so you can send a buddy out to get it. That's
Oh,
true.
nice.
Okay. If I would say that like it would depend a little bit. Like you couldn't just send someone out like in the middle of the ocean with no direction.
Yeah, sure. Sure
Um,
you can.
I'd
A
say you'd
point
need at least
down.
some sort of a vehicle to get them. As long as like it'll depend on. Okay, I'm saying.
Not if it's
How long
what
it
Kansas
takes
might.
would probably depend on like what kind of a vehicle you sent them on, but they would probably make it if you had them in something. Like you gave them a little raft or a little boat, they'd take like a week or two at most, or maybe at least.
Oh yeah. Also, like emergency boats. For it, how many would you say we had? Because we'd have to have extra
We
boats
have
for that.
the luxury of one inflatable and the rest shitty wooden rowboats.
Got it.
Right, and the inflatable is not inflated at all times.
It's just wrapped up in
Right.
the back somewhere. We don't
Yeah,
know.
so if you need it, you better hurry the fuck up and have big lungs.
Eli had to
Right,
do
some
that. Sorry everybody, I don't think my character can do all that. Like,
Fuck, I keep spitting pennies into the raft.
how do you do that? Yeah, can I get some change for this dollar? Here you go.
Alrighty.
Fuck, it's already in a roll. How'd you do that?
So just real quick,
Hey,
how
watch
do you think
this.
the boat is like constructed?
Mm,
Do you think shit's tied together? Do you think like you like managed to melt some plastic together?
I'm gonna say
Both.
possibly, yeah, both, and possibly meld it together with some metal. Because
I would say-
It's like
Gabby
it's like
had.
it's like a big fucking mess, is what you're saying.
I would say the
Yeah.
center is the most sturdy,
No, that makes sense.
and the sides are kind of cobbled on, and they get a bit less.
How long has the
Well-
boat been in use for? How do you think? Have you always owned the boat, or did you steal it? Did you buy it?
That's a
Maybe
good
this is
question.
like, maybe this will go into what Apom's Who Wants It Gone. Like, Who Wants It Gone is like someone who you like maybe gypped out of it or something. what do you
Question: Would this be
Arrivals.
pre-apocalypse boat or post-apocalypse
Oh,
boat?
absolutely.
It is
fucking not.
absolutely post-apocalypse.
This is
Okay, so this-
apocalypse party boat made
Yeah.
out of shit and shit.
Yeah, you're
No,
working
like
more off of,
we're
like,
working
screwed
from
up
a
raft.
base, or if we're making it from scratch, is what I'm asking.
Oh, okay.
Like,
So like,
did this exist before the apocalypse, or did we just make it ourselves?
okay, more
Would be a
specifically,
good question.
in the very center is like possibly what might have been the original boat.
Okay,
The
so
secret
working from
original
scratch, possibly.
Does that original boat exist? or is it just like just the whole?
Is that
raft was just,
rumors? Is it rumors?
like, rumors?
Rumors of
This
a boat?
used to be a
You're
good
not
boat.
sure. Nobody can really find traces of it, but everybody believes that there was an original boat that the community came from.
This
The founder is long gone, but his spirit lives on, and they say that they buried him in the original boat.
Are you telling me that this man is an aeromorph, but like a boat?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
I'm down with that.
I'll just write down ghost.
Fucking hold.
Fucking- Jesus. All right, I hope you're good at exorcism.
Oh,
Seth.
that's right. I should. You know what? I probably am. Not.
All right. I think most of that.
Sorry
so
if
what
you
kind
guys
of
heard that.
real quick? What kind of like facilities do you think are on the boat? Like
None.
that is to say,
There's-
you've obviously got your like radio room and shit, workshop, but like, you obviously have to have something that allows you to get people down to the down far enough that you can get to cars and shit.
Hoses basically kind of tied together so you can breathe but not too well. I was thinking it would be more like a fucking, you know, like in Wind Waker where they have that little claw, you send that down. I
Yeah.
was thinking something kind of like that.
I'm sorry.
That's a little much, I think. How about like,
But it would be like hand operated and it would be kind of inaccurate, so they prefer sending people down.
And
instead.
constantly breaking down.
how about this?
Yeah.
You have some of the parts to make that claw, but you haven't managed to get it working.
Good idea.
Yeah, good.
Right now, you're working off of just like the hoses and like. Do you want it to only be hoses? Because that's a little weird to have people down there holding the hoses. I don't think you could see.
Well, you know what I
open
mean.
your eyes for a little bit.
Do you think that folks have like masks or something? Like,
I think
do you think those are jury rigged, or do you think those are like actual scuba masks?
I'd say
think there
jury
would. I wouldn't say like. Okay, hang on. Get a picture.
Gotta hush the bird up. Shh. It's okay. We're talking about role-playing stuff, little bird.
Was Wind looking for something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What are you looking for?
Oh, yeah.
Don't want to say? All right.
No, he's talking to people real quick.
Oh, okay.
Gotta get the bird settled down.
For a picture. Fucking. I would think we'd have at least one of these.
At least
That's
one.
fair.
Probably our best equipment.
It's locked up in, you know, a fucking chest or some shit.
Are you
behind it.
sure?
It's locked
With
up so
what?
that I don't
Do you
need
think
it.
that you'd like be that like into this mask that you'd lock it up?
Probably. I mean,
Well, you haven't been able to eat it.
looks
It's
like
obviously made out of
copper.
copper. So.
It looks like copper.
This is the best image I could find that looks rustic enough.
Right, okay,
Yeah, I get you.
listen,
How about-
if
how
it
about
looks
this?
like copper,
Like-
it's good enough.
Okay, so what you're saying is you have like probably a variety of shit. Like you
Yeah,
have this
a lot
that
of
is probably
variety.
your best, and it's
Yeah, this is
really
our
obvious.
best.
Maybe like one of them is like it's like a gas mask that you kind of just like shoved a bunch of plastic in there so they wouldn't lose
Right.
water or lose like air, and then you like
And you have
Stuck
a
a hose in it?
hose, yeah.
Our
hose.
worst.
and then you just have like then you just like have
You have a pair of scuba goggles. You know, like it's the goggles and then the thing, and you have a cork stuck in it.
Okay. So you've got. How about let's have a maximum of. I don't think you have much more than that. That's a lot of hose to work with. That's a lot of air to be pumped. You can't do more than like.
Who says we're pumping air into this? It's gotta stay above the surface.
You mean like the top of the?
Yeah, top of the hose has to be on the top of the
Oh, yeah.
surface at all
Oh,
times.
of course.
There's no oxygen getting in
They
there.
have to pump their own air.
Yeah, someone's on pipe holding duty.
No, like you've all just got like one big. One big. God, I'm losing it.
One
One
big
big
hose.
And
Yeah,
you just kind of constantly cycle the air in the belief that like you're getting new air.
yeah.
but you're not. No.
The hose is the hose goes up and then it comes back down and it just leads to the back of your helmet.
So we've got a deep sea mask, a jury rig gas mask, and a Little Tykes pool party mask.
Yeah, that's one of the straps is broken, so we're constantly tying it back together.
Alright. So I was going to ask a little earlier, but I forgot. How finicky are those propellers that move the boat? Like, do they work all the time but need constant maintenance, or are they kind of shitty and don't always work very well?
Kind of shitty. At least 2 of them are shit.
I would think they're shitty and they also need maintenance.
Yeah, constantly.
I feel like one of them needs constant maintenance and the other one is shitty.
One is just made of wood.
It's a mix.
Okay, the shitty one will be called Clank.
I like Clank. Clank's gonna see some upgrades soon.
Oh shit.
You still here, Apom? Just making sure.
Oh shit, Rusty's getting back to the back of the boat. We better stop it before he eats the propellers.
I know that stuff works it goes a little fast, so you can't like constantly give, but any input is fucking golden.
Yeah, I'm watching out for that like Hero Blaster's typing.
You got crew members, that's fair. Hand cranked air. Shit. Alright, so that's all that.
Oh shit,
I think you... What's up?
Well, okay, so I have disease on one of mine for my followers. How's that gonna work? That's gonna go very bad for
Seasickness?
us. Yeah, disease and seasickness, yeah.
Like,
true.
I think it'll stay relatively within your group, so seasickness makes sense, because like
Yeah.
a lot of these folks aren't gonna be like from shit.
Here, give me a moment. Yeah.
They're not people who are probably constantly on water shit. They're probably usually stationary.
Okay,
So
makes sense.
the fact that you're always moving is probably like throws them off a lot. What's a good tough guy name? Do you want something that's like Mad Maxy
Bung.
or something that's more just like
Bung.
generic, like tough?
Bung.
Bung.
Because like I'll just say
Rough Setter.
I do particularly enjoy those weird Mad Maxy shit.
Hard bung.
Hard bung. That's pretty good.
Bung Rough Setter.
Mm. Bung's good.
Uh,
Alright, I'm gonna write that down actually. If Apom picks it.
I'm gonna
I
get
do
up
want
real quick to get a drink.
Okay.
Yep.
We'll just work a little bit with.
I am great at making improv names that are very shitty.
Yeah, if something sounds kind of stupid as fuck, just
Okay,
know
I'm
that I
back.
will love it unconditionally.
Well, it's like
Because
fucking...
not in like in spite of it, but because of it. Bouncer and drummer will bung. Alrighty.
I haven't told anyone else what my character's name is yet, so that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a second. I think we're just about ready to get into the character shit.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all got your playbooks open?
Yes, I have the
Alright,
character
I have
sheet
my
up,
character sheet,
so,
and that's it.
and
alright,
the
just
playbook
remember
is
to,
open
like-
on Chrome.
Alrighty. Just remember to probably look at the HX section. So that, you can think a little
Scroll
about
up.
that.
Scroll up
I
to
think
the
we
HX.
will introduce everyone, and then we will go around HX.
Do we introduce in character?
You could if you want.
Uh,
That isn't to say like you're meeting just now. You've known each other probably for a while if you've got this whole thing set up.
known each other for a minimum of possibly 4 years.
I mean, it depends. The HX will give us a little bit of direction, but you don't have to go completely by it.
I'm looking for a man with most of his teeth, or maybe all of them.
I'm looking for a man with 2 arms. You seen him?
Sorry, I don't fit the bill.
You don't have most.
It wasn't me. It was the man with 2 arms. You gotta believe me.
You don't have most of your teeth or all of them.
What?
I
You either have very few teeth or a lot of it.
No.
How do you not have any teeth? You're eating pennies all the time. What are you chewing on?
That's why.
Why would you chew them, you fucking dunce?
He doesn't know
I
better.
like the taste. tingles up my mouth.
I'm getting very worried that my character is just gonna fucking have blood go into their mouth and then suddenly I like this.
Oh God.
Don't get them in any fights.
Honestly.
That's terrifying.
The more we fucking talk, the better I feel about it. This whole thing. I was a little like, you know, is this gonna go well? But then like getting everyone together and it's like, nah, we can shoot the shit. So
is this gonna go well? No, the boat's gonna be eaten.
Fuck, we're straight out at sea. Where the fuck did the propellers go?
Oh yeah, wasn't somebody coming back in a bit?
I guess I'm the boat.
Oh, that
yeah,
was you.
that was me. I had to get a drink.
And
I got a
me.
drink.
Apom should still be here, I imagine.
Yeah, I got a fridge right
Are you still
behind me.
thinking about stuff, or okay? Do you think you're ready to like do character introductions a little bit? It doesn't have to be like 100% in like concrete. We could always just think about it a little bit. Just something to get the ball rolling.
I gotta say, the more and more we talk, the less in this I feel like I
Can't
know
do
my
yours.
character.
I mean, like, this is more like a character idea than like your stats and shit like that. Like, this is like who you are and what you do and how you think, and then like that's like the tech stuff. Is the order of everybody in this the same as mine? It goes like Apom, me, Seth, Wind.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, the top will technically be like the first. So if I'm saying like, if it says like round robin or whatever, Apom,
Fred boat goes first.
yeah, it's Apom, Seth, and then Wind. Okay.
Alright.
So Apom, would you like to start us off? Who and what and why is your character?
That's a lot of big questions.
Those are big questions, so I don't expect this to be like, take it like 5 seconds. You don't have a name yet. Do you want some help making that?
Do you want me to get the character name generator up?
I mean, you could also look a little bit in the playbook.
Yeah,
You've got some
playbook.
nice little names.
They've got really good names. Like I was tempted to choose one of these names, but it's like, it
maybe
doesn't
let's
work.
maybe let's like go a
Skim
little
liquor.
bit through who your character is, and then maybe we'll come up with the name after that. Like the name will inform about your character. Please no, that's a little much. I imagine that Apom's gonna be like the straight man of the group. Knock on wood.
There you go.
Thank you.
I hope this is real wood at least. Oh, this is real wood. There we go.
That isn't to say that you have to like 100% be on like that shit. You could always be kind of your own strange bullshit. I imagine I could just have one of the NPCs be the guy who screams, "What the fuck are you all doing?"
Eating pennies.
Yeah.
John,
I should have found my
yes,
pennies.
Papa. What the fuck are you doing?
Oh, you know.
No, Papa.
No, Papa.
No, Baba.
Eating pennies. No, Papa.
Yes, Papa.
Starting colds. No, Papa.
Open your mouth. Jiggle, jiggle, jiggle.
Yeah. Hold on. Where is that? Let me grab that real quick. There you go. I've just got a change jar on hand.
Okay.
What? You don't collect your change?
I do, but I don't keep it
I
in
haven't
a
had
fucking.
change in a while.
They don't keep it in a fucking mason jar.
What the fuck do you mean? This is all. Okay, listen. I went to ceramics class, and I have all these goddamn jars. I don't know what to do with them. I'm putting
I
them
don't
in pennies.
have any ceramic. Right, I've moved like twice in the last fucking couple of years, so I don't have half of the shit I ever own.
Fucking, I keep mine shit in a piggy bank.
Lucky you. I've got all
I
these
think I remember
goddamn
my rolls.
cups.
And in a bag. I have like $30 fucking worth of pennies in a
I have a
bag.
fucking bag. I have
Fucking
a
take it to a
purse somewhere.
goddamn Coinstar, you dumb motherfucker.
No, they
No.
take your fucking money when you do that.
A lot of interest in culture before. Oh, okay. So kind of a little historian kind of looking nerd. Well, not historian. Well, anthropologist. Is that how you do it? All right.
I
that's
found
some
my
cool shit. I'm really glad that
wallet.
someone's like so interested in that. That's
Apom character studies memetics.
Die.
Where's my webcam so I can show this?
Just to fucking
to you
study memetics.
What'd you say, Seth?
I'm gonna plug in my webcam real quick to show this to you guys.
Oh, golly.
It is in character, I fucking promise.
What are you doing? What are you
Hey guys, want to see how many pennies I can put in her mouth?
Please
okay.
don't show it, like, eating a fuckload of it.
No, I'm not. I'm not doing that. How do I do that on Discord? How do I share it on Discord?
There's a tiny little thing. You see where voice connected is? There's a box, and it says turn on screen share, and you can use that to switch to what's it? Fuck.
Sadly, it does not. It has entire screen or application window.
Do you think you could, like, instead show, like...
Choose one, and then you can do swap to camera.
Okay.
Okay, so you just choose, like, my entire screen.
Or just choose something, and then when the little screen appears, there should be a little button that's like a swap to camera, I think.
Oh, golly.
Oh, good.
Please get Dante the fuck off my screen.
Hey, that's not Dante!
Who the fuck is it?
That's Nero.
It's Dante.
That's Nero. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
okay.
Dante.
It's Dante
Nero.
too.
It's from the
Yeah, there's a
Capcom
turn
conference.
on camera button.
I clicked it and it's not wanting to show
That's
you
why
guys
he runs
the
a fusion
camera.
jazz disco whatever. Because he
That's
enjoys the
fucking weird.
music. Justin's clothing. Oh, okay. So, like,
Never
okay,
mind,
if
it
you
is-
want to describe that a little bit, but also I want to ask, like, how do you learn about
How do I
jazz and disco
fucking remove.
and shit?
There we go.
Actually, you know what?
Sad.
Don't answer that, because I'm gonna probably ask that for one of the open brain
I'll
questions.
just upload a bunch of like 2 images and
You don't have to give too much backstory, but the dressing shit, like, would be cool to learn, or like to learn what you're wearing, if you want to think about that a little bit. So, the maestro names. There's some good maestro names for that, like Francois, Esco, and Boyardi. Goddamn, fucking Chef Boyardi.
listen.
Francisco Boyardi.
Let's see.
Listen, I am so sorry for what I'm about to post in the fucking RPG
You're
Discord.
fucking not.
Okay. What are you?
Yeah, you know what? When you're right, I'm fucking not.
What are you doing?
I gotta get on my phone. I'm so sorry. Is that
Just-
Kirito? Or no, not Kirito. Fuck.
Hey,
Say
no, that
you.
like
He's
that
like,
works
hear you.
real good. That works.
Fuck.
I do
who's-
enjoy that.
Why did I just say Kirito? Who the fuck?
Jotaro.
Why am I thinking of fucking Sword Art Online?
All right. You want to think a little bit more about like what colors, but we can always do that a little bit later.
Discord,
Blood.
son of a bitch.
Stained with the blood of his patrons.
Let's see. I don't generally care about stats too much, but I would like to know at the very least at the start, just so I know what kind of folks I'm working with, like what your moves are, what your stats are, your general. In fact, if you have the your like, if you've been editing your like page, that would be really cool.
Well, Discord's not wanting me to post these pictures.
Huh.
Discord keeps crashing.
Oh, you don't have to. You can just post the whole thing. Just wait for your link turn, I guess.
It's a fucking spoiler.
You're not very hot.
I don't want to. What I meant is I don't want him right the fuck now. I'll, get him when we come to it.
Okay.
I'm fine then.
Can't believe. Can't believe Wynn's not very hot. His character.
Yeah, he's not good at that.
No, I can't believe my character has more hot than his.
Look, the allure, so good.
Listen, you know how these sick fucks are. They're like mauves. They're mauves to a blue fingertip light.
I guess I'll post it on Twitter and
so-
copy the images.
Oh, cool. Your first page. Oh, that's a little blurry. Okay, there we go. I just had to open it. Okay.
Yeah, I
No,
think
cool.
you're gonna have
A
to
little
do that
hard,
for mine.
Too hot. It's good. Sharp, -1. Yeah, you are quite the straight. Take it. You call this hot. Roll hot instead of cool for shit, and fingers in every pie to get the word out if you want the thing. Your person, could be something something, could even actually be a thing. And roll plus hot. On a 10 plus, it shows in your establishment like magic. On center 9, your people put in effort and everybody wants to reach you, and it's close. On a miss, it shows up, but it's finished. Alright. Yeah, it's cool shit, especially on like a moving place like that. You wanted one combat skill and the skill to start with. Yeah, that's good shit. It's powerful. What else was there?
If you hear me doing stuff, I'm so
you already
sorry.
talked about your establishment a little bit. You said it was like mostly music and all that. Music, good, easy food. Easy food being, of course, probably like
nachos.
Yeah, it's beer snacks
Canned food.
and drink.
Canned nachos.
Canned
Second
drink.
page.
Hey, that's what I'm drinking right now. Hold on.
Music, easy food, drinks, acoustics. Okay, so that's like, all right. You're working with like no big old equipment. You're working with like acoustic guitars and shit like that. Nostalgia is for the old times, makes sense. Some dancing. Okay, you still got a little dance floor on there. All right, and it's chill. Okay, that's real nice. And you've got a bouncer who knows his biz and no fixed location. Cast and crew being Bung, dancer and drummer, doesn't talk much. Darnell, who is someone. That's cool shit. And this also gives us a little bit of idea of like, you've got your look down and what it's like. If you wanted to give more information on that other than like disco clothing, but for everybody else, you probably got fair. So Apom's look as it is here, he's a man, he's wearing vintage shit, so that whole disco ensemble. What kind of face you get? And how would you actually interpret that face? Because like I think we talked a little bit to Win about like dancing eyes a little bit, like what that means for a person. Porcelain face is like you don't change expression much, and you look kind of like you're almost flawless and serene, but in kind of a fucked up. Like this, a person shouldn't be that composed. You know, you use too many face creams. A little too shiny. Okay, food fair. Pinched, pretty, or expressive? Alright, that depends on how you think about those phrases. How would you say pinched, pretty, or expressive would look like? Because expressive sounds a little bit like, when you show emotion, you show it hard. When you're, engaging with things, you're like in. Pretty is, it's pretty. It's hard to do pretty wrong.
It's good to look at.
And pinched is like, how would y'all interpret pinched?
Pinched, I feel like, is squint up face, like it's all together.
So you're kind of like constantly like, okay. Is that what narrow face means too? Or is that just like a narrow head?
Yeah, narrow, I imagine just narrow head. Whereas
Okay, so like
pinched
someone
is
who's
all
like,
together.
you're squinting, you're kind of almost kind of vaguely grimacing a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I imagine pinched to be.
Alright, so that kind of depends on how you are. Do you think, okay, expressive? Yeah, that's fair. An expressive disco nerd. He's got cool eyes. What do you think cool eyes are? Like, how is that? You got an expressive face, but you got cool eyes.
You know that
Do you
feeling
think that's
you
like
get?
kind of lidded, a little bit like, you're always trying to, like, you're not trying to. Generally composed and chill, not always focused. Alright, that's fair. Then lean body. Lean being. When I search lean, I get shit for drugs. Okay.
What would frank eyes be? I imagine kind of like, you know, whenever you're being frank with somebody, you're being more direct. I feel like direct eyes.
Yeah, frank is like you're always looking into someone's eyes. You're never turning away, really, when you're talking to someone. If someone's got your attention, your eyes are on them. I think most people find that good, but like some people who would like not deal well with constant, attention would probably find that a little disconcerting.
Yeah, don't look at me. I'm gonna get upset and cry a little.
You know, I never looked it up. I guess lean is like a body with little fat.
Yeah, it's a little fat, but plenty of muscle kind of thing.
Okay, so you're like kind of built.
Like lean meat? Yeah.
If I'm being honest, I never took the meaning of what the fuck people meant by that shit.
Oh, do you not?
I guess that just means like, yeah, I guess it makes sense. Like little fat, mostly the meat.
Mostly meat, yeah. Little fat, mostly meat.
Alright. And, probably still on those eyes, but I'm gonna rest this. You can think about it. Tell us whenever. You got time. And then flexible hands. How do you think flexible hands would... Like, does that mean, like, you're always kind of doing some things with your hands? Or maybe, like... What do you think? Maybe that you're real good at... No, let's see. Okay, so, like, you yourself are part of the band, you would say? Hey, nerd. We're talking about Apon's character a little bit.
Alrighty.
Some good stuff. Probably would do a few wind instruments like sax or trumpet. I'll probably ask as soon as we get done with this, like, what instruments you have, because I don't think you have more than you need for your, like, crew. Because, like, instruments, they're hard to come by. It's real hard to keep them maintained and nice looking and sounding good.
Yeah, I gotta keep the moths
Most
and
people,
stuff.
most people might not even know what the fuck, like, kind of music you're playing, or what music really even is.
It's a feeling.
It's a taste, but only when it's grass.
So, okay, flexible hands makes sense. So I guess right now, and you might want to like write this down in regards to like your cast and crew and all that. What instruments y'all got? We could also just leave this for later when we actually introduce the band and shit. You know, just like a quick thing. We also have to give you a name. One person has drums. Oh, a whole drum set. All right. One will have guitar. So acoustic guitar. One will sing.
Dang, Apom's character is fucking loaded with this stuff.
I mean,
Let me
he had to
nerf
snub
Apom.
some folks for this shit. He
Yeah.
has someone who wants him fucking like his whole place gone. Instruments will probably be tied into who do you own. That's fair. We can find that out like anytime. I could probably just ask you when it comes up. I think that's good for so far. Your gear and shit you can do whenever. I mean, I do care, but
Right now. It's
I
a...
don't care. Just give yourself
right now
the
it's
best
not
shit.
big.
Yeah.
I just
BOP.
want like the ideas of your characters so we can do the HX stuff and get who you all are and how you relate to each other. You'd just like the thing we'd need. A name would work. Otherwise, other stuff can come beyond that. So some sort of disco nerd who wants to know the shints. What do y'all think? Any ideas for a weird disco man name? I appreciate the not this guy.
I needed to get her in her full glory, but that man was in the way.
Oops. Accidentally full screen something. Hey, do you want a name generator? Got name generators. Cause you know I wasn't prepared for that part. Julio Gonzalez. I don't know.
Julio makes sense.
Gonna be Vargas.
Oh, Fredboat ran out of shit to play.
Eldor.
Julio Windafist.
Old-fashioned name, do you think something that would be more common in the mid-1900s than it would be today? Greece.
What's that one name?
Want Greece?
Giuseppe. Giuseppe Bonaparte.
Excuse me.
Didn't want to play a stream. Give me the actual shit.
Fredboat, play Ultimate Vlad stream.
No.
Yeah, don't do that.
Giuseppe could work. Also, this 4-hour fucking thing is taking too long to load. Please don't do this to me, YouTube.
Please.
Please.
Please work. Please, Mr. Work. If I open up a file explorer. Okay, everybody. Sorry to the recording that had to see my sad settings of my fucking frequent folders.
I mean, you don't have to have a last name or anything like that. You know, we're kind of beyond.
Yeah, we're beyond last
conventions.
names. Fuck biblical last names. Wanna name yourself Greece? Greece?
I do appreciate the whole jazz disco thing, so I can play some nice little music. Just when the fuck ever.
Fuck is this? This is nice.
It is nice.
I don't know what it is. I think it's royalty free. Who gives a fuck?
Who cares? Fucking banging.
You could search up the name of it's in the bot channel. Smooth Jazz Chill Out Lounge.
And Smooth
Alright,
Jazz Chill Out Lounge is my favorite artist.
Alright, we got your name, we got your shit. Giuseppe's a good person. Wants to know more about the past and shit. Seth, here you go.
Okay. First of all, let me just fucking put that in the. No, there's more images in the fucking link. I didn't want to post like 3 goddamn images in the Discord.
Why is there a Twitter app in? Alright.
I don't fucking.
Alright, cool. Those are a bunch of coins.
That's a bunch of pennies.
Yep, they are.
Okay, I have a question.
Pennies. Yeah.
Are wheat pennies more powerful?
No.
What?
Yes.
If Seth eats a wheat penny, is that more powerful than eating a regular
I mean, a
penny?
hay penny?
We call them wheat pennies down here.
Yeah, they're called
Alright,
wheat
anyway.
pennies.
Thank you for.
That's the. Hey, how come it didn't update? Hold on. Remove that.
That didn't update, did it?
No, that didn't update whenever I saved it.
You
So let me
fucked up.
save it for the 3rd fucking time. Let me remove my.
Is this
Thanks
my character,
for reminding me
Ghost?
of what the character is, though.
Yeah.
I do appreciate you giving me that.
Put it as a JPEG at full fucking.
Well, look, why not? I kind of know what a JPEG is.
No. Not you.
Okay. A little fucking rude, but alright.
Alright, here we go. This is the real one this fucking time. It's gonna be.
Is it? Okay, that looks like it's edited. Alright.
It's all one thing. Just so then you know,
Alrighty.
it's easy.
Rusty. Rusty's a good name.
Fucking rusty.
Hmm.
Pretty weird, yeah.
let's see.
3 whole fucking weird.
So while I look at this, give me the rundown.
Fucking rundown. Obviously got the fucking work nut. Gotta have that 3 weird.
No, I get I can see the stats and shit. I want more like,
Good stats.
like, you know, give me a summary of the character.
Summary of the character. Well, we've already
Who are you,
established.
what you do.
What am I? I'm Rusty. I'm gonna be Rusty. Rusty fucknuts. Not last name. For the looks, I decided something like kind of scrounged up whatever, you know, he can put on his body, he put on. So just like ropes, messed up flags, cloth that you may have found, maybe a bucket. You never know. Just something to cover himself up with.
Maybe we'll establish what you're wearing each setting, or each, what's the word for it?
Session.
Each session I'll be like, hey, what you got on you?
Oh, you know. Winky face.
Wind's clothes.
A little weird.
Fuck, I was gonna drink. I chose a kind of dazed face, kind of out there, you know, not actually looking like he's focused on anything in particular, always kind of spaced out. You know, deep set, burning eyes. You know, he's not getting a lot of sleep. Always awake. Always like, oh fuck, gotta do stuff.
That jingling is getting to him.
Yeah, the jingling's getting to him.
He tosses and turns and it only makes it worse.
I chose a lanky body. He's not getting enough to eat, you know. And plus with, you know, the copper poisoning setting in, he's not gonna have a lot on him. Hair's falling out. His fingertips are blue. He looks wet at all times, even if he's never been in the water. So
Has he ever been in the water?
no.
Yeah, I'll probably have to ask if anybody knows how to swim.
Yeah, I do not. Rusty
Okay,
absolutely
you're just
does
establishing
not.
that immediately you do not. Alright.
He's full of pennies, so even if
on this boat?
yeah, even if he did know how to swim, he couldn't. He'll just sink.
Alright,
We use him as the
do you-
anchor.
So beyond like the look, like you know, your character, your cult, your deal.
Yeah, as far as like my followers go, they're just my scene. They show up whenever they want to, and they follow me around simply because like, what the fuck? What the hell is that man? He's got blue fingertips. Wow, that's cool. I want to see what he's up to. And they don't really travel with me. They just kind of come in and out whenever, you know, they are congregate on their own. Oh. Wow. Cool, neat, weird. So obviously I'm not gonna have like a lot of followers that I'm gonna get to know too well. They're always coming in and out. But they are always... let me see. I'm gonna reread this sheet. They're hardworking, knows nonsense. At least. Oh yeah, I wanna fucking help the dude with the blue fingers and eating pennies all the time. What? Yeah, dude. Sounds neat. I wanna watch him eat more pennies, yeah. Watch him eat the copper. Sounds like a fun time.
So they're not like a bunch of chuckle fucks. They're just people who want to get by, who aren't gonna fuck around.
Yeah.
And they're just kind of here to like kind of watch you and be like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah, you need entertainment in your life.
Yeah, they don't get many safe entertainment options in their
Yeah,
lives. So
everybody
it's like,
deserves
if they
to
can
go watch a
weirdo,
movie.
right?
Kind of deal.
They're more like just kind of bored normies.
Yeah.
Bored normies who are good at working.
Yep.
All right.
They gotta be if they want to get in their shit zone.
Like, it's starting to look a little bit more like your boat is quite good with the entertaining shit.
Yeah.
A lot of the folks that are gonna be and stay there are folks that like just kind of want to fucking hang out.
Good boat.
I mean, you always need that when you're a workforce.
That's true.
Yep.
So, do you think since they're
don't
hardworking, would you say that they're probably also kind of largely the workhorse of the boat itself?
I would say so. I would agree with that.
I would
So,
say
like-
they're the. I would say Chef's followers who aren't real followers, they're just there to like watch, would do more of the dirty work of the boat, like, take this fucking broom and sweep.
Yeah, that makes sense.
They don't have anything important to do.
Yeah.
Well, like, the whole
Like,
idea is that
move
they,
this box.
considering that it also gives +1 barter, they're probably also largely doing the like less sensitive scavenging work.
Hmm.
Which reminds me, we didn't mention it, but I think it would make sense if your boat also had like a trawling net.
Oh yeah, of course.
Probably to pick up like loose floating shit so you can add it to your boat.
Whoops. Somebody fell off the boat trying to scoop them back up.
I don't think you have like. Maybe you do. Do you think you have like a straight up just like a couple of loose nets that you use?
Yeah.
It would make
Probably
sense.
some way to get.
But how about we have these loose nets and they do catch shit, but they're kind of hard to like fully reel in, so we leave them out for a bit before really pulling them back in.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think the trolling net also gets like fish and shit?
Probably, but
Yeah,
like
chances, yeah.
Obviously the
if
fish are gonna be like covered in metal and shit. Or
Yeah.
they're
plastic.
gonna be covered in shit, and they're gonna be dead and rotting by the time we pull the thing up. So
Food's
it's really
food.
worth it.
Lots of folks eat fermented fish.
Yeah,
It's
listen,
good.
food's food.
Mm,
Listen.
I'm kidding, of course. It's not great, but it's something.
No, listen, I'm sitting here just decadent in copper. I'm not gonna complain about a little bit of spoiled fish. Okay? A little bit of bad
I mean,
fish
I don't
ain't
think you're
bad.
gonna like leave it that. Like the fish are gonna be alive for a while because like it's still underwater.
Yeah, but they're still gross.
Oh, of course they're gross. They're not like good looking, and they're probably
Yeah.
full of plastic that you have to take out. But it's not
Oh,
like
wait.
they're literally rotten.
Yeah, that's
The
right.
plastic
Hold on, they're gonna have a lot of
protein.
good stuff for my character. Wait.
Yeah, that's like probably the way for like the major way you
This-
get like kind of your loose copper.
What are you talking about? This is like the best thing for my character.
Okay.
My character's really fucking living. Wow.
I mean, you probably get the gummut.
Seth
It's
gets a
probably not hard
two-barber
to find.
lifestyle no matter what.
No, I'm
So,
stressing out about my own life. My character's living it up, but I'm sitting here like, oh fuck.
Jesus. Apom, you were saying something?
Yeah. Before I move on with the other part of the followers. The bad part.
All around me are familiar faces, worn out places.
Copyright strike.
Copper code and Seth keeps trying to get me. Makes sense. All right.
Give me to give it to him, yeah. Hell yeah. Hey, can I see how you play the trumpet? Hey, can I try how to play that for a bit?
So continue on with your fun shit.
What now? I'm sorry.
You were talking about continuing with your
Oh
followers.
yeah, the bad part. They're not really mine. They just kind of I'm theirs. So if suddenly my blue fingers started just vanishing, I probably wouldn't have them. Same if I stopped eating copper. If I stopped eating all this bullshit, they'd probably just leave and like, oh, whatever. What a nobody. Probably take this off too. What a fucking nobody. Gotta leave. This is boring. Goodbye. And they've got disease. They're not very seaworthy. They're always getting sick and all that stuff. And you know, eating all this fish ain't good. Your immune system's not good. Kind of thing. Excuse me, you know. Not very good. Health-wise. That's like what I got.
Alrighty. What sort of so let's see, we got your look and all that. I know you got frenzy and fucking whacknut.
Yep.
But like, what kind of a person is he?
Oh, jeez. The one part I didn't think about that hard.
Yeah, it's a little
Man.
difficult. But you've got like most of the the basics in.
They're just kind of chilling around like, oh, whatever. I'm having a good time. Hopefully you guys are having a good time. Let's all have a good time. Let's eat some garbage.
Alright. So they're more dedicated to like their leisure than they are to anything else.
Yeah.
They just want to feel good and like, do fun shit and feel good doing it.
Yep.
Would you say that he's particularly beholden to anything, or will he like fuck off at the drop of a hat?
I'd say jump off at a drop of the hat. If he could.
Yeah, if it could.
If he
But
could.
there's not many places where like you can kind of support yourself.
Yeah, there's not a lot of places that'll just let me be on the boat, out in the open for one. Or
Right.
2, feed me. And 3, like, I've got a job here. This is technically my job. Living.
Right. So, like, your followers are pretty much kind of like your lifeline to keeping you fed,
Yeah.
living.
Yep.
Alright, so you're more like, as we mentioned earlier, more like a sideshow. That's how you that's your gig, essentially.
Yeah.
Alright, cool shit. Let's see what else. Alright, I think we got a good amount of that. How about Wind?
And
You there, Wind?
instead.
Alright, he's getting food. Oh,
No,
No,
he's
I'm
dead.
here.
Okay!
Oh, he's
Well, then
dead.
give me the fucking... Alright.
Damn.
Give it!
No.
I
love-
appreciate this.
Yeah, I appreciate it too. It's very good.
Also that you made most of the coffee stain cover the sex mood.
It's sex stuff that
Oh,
we're
that
not
was
gonna
definitely
do.
intentional. Look, I would like to highlight, I'm a man. Well, my name, Lug Pumper. Lug Pumper. Lug Pumper is a man. He wears scrounge wear and a bit of tech. He definitely has a face. You can tell that much. He's got some good old dancing eyes, and he has a hunched over body. He's always working at that station of his. Of course, he has his mask over his face that you can tell he definitely has a face, but you don't know what it looks like because of that mask. So face will work for now. Why is he here? He is here, I want to say, his father worked on a boat. Maybe it wasn't this boat, maybe it was. He can't remember. But he knows his father did this for a living, and he wanted to follow in his footsteps because, I don't know, he knows how to do it, and he saw it was profitable.
So he was taught how to be a mechanic?
If you can call it teaching.
You got it through osmosis.
Neither of them are really qualified, but they can if they try.
You're the best possible person to work on anything.
Right.
Nobody else knows what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah. He knows, he doesn't know less.
That's
what are the other questions? What are the other questions?
Okay, you gave us most of your look and shit. Let's see. Well, I guess just talk about him, the person.
Oh, right. I mean, obviously he's a fucking nut. He hides his face constantly. You don't know why he does, but I had this all prepared and fucking cat's got my tongue.
Hey, it's cool.
Yeah, it's fine.
Nothing, it's never
I would
easy to
say,
introduce it.
I would say he's more of a. I would say he's laid back when you're laid back, and if you, how do I phrase this?
So like he'll
He'll be friendly, but he's willing to fucking fight if you fight.
So
Like he passive aggressive, is that the right term?
if someone's like kind of starting to piss him off, he'll start to like get a bit more like
Yeah.
on edge and shit. It's
So-
pretty obvious.
Kind of short
Right.
fused, I guess.
Not
Not
short
short-fused?
fused, but
He doesn't like it when folks don't agree with him.
yeah.
Understandable.
Oh yeah, that's definitely
so
definitely
basically, like,
part of it.
He does his best to like kind of try to mimic how others are acting. Is what you're saying?
No,
that
it's
is That is to say, like, you were talking about like when other people are happy, he's happy and shit. So like, you take your cue for emotional like responses from other people.
it was more of a if you're being nice to him, he's probably gonna be nice back.
Right.
It's a treat how you want to be treated sort of thing, I guess.
Okay. So he's a very if then kind of person.
Yeah, it's a technical.
If this person's doing all right, I'm doing all right. But if this person is being a little bit aggro, I'm gonna be just as aggro back.
Right.
All right, it's kind of a tit for tat kind of person.
Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. Tit for tat.
All right.
I would say he is honest. Maybe not blunt, but he is honest. What else would there be to say? Just thinking y'all had it also.
Nah, they were just as, like, not particularly,
Yeah.
like, we're all figuring it out right now. Like, the more we play, the more concrete shit's gonna get, so don't you worry.
Right.
But that's a pretty good assessment of, like, personality. You're, like, the sort of person who will, like, you know, how about, let's see, how about you talk about, like, your workspace and shit?
Workspace. I was thinking kind of like a little room, probably like the size of just an average room. Looking at this room I'm in, this is kind of a nice size. Maybe like shorter. Maybe like a 7-8 foot high. Like it's kind of short. If you like, an average person could stand in it, but if you were to jump, you would hit your head on the ceiling.
All right.
He's got a desk with a bunch of shit laid out on it. He's got chalkboard, which he uses not chalk on. He uses trying to think of an alternative that would not work on a chalkboard.
Salt.
No, like fucking he uses marker on it instead of chalk.
All right.
If you can find markers, I don't know.
We'll just say he uses whatever the fuck he can find.
Right. Usually not erasable, so it's kind of a jumbled mess up there.
Right.
He's got
Do you think he gives like excuses for that, like saying that he's notes or something?
Oh yeah, definitely. I would say in the corner there's a big pile of scrap that he has taken a liking to, saying I'm gonna do something with this someday. Probably not.
Do you think he kind of like does dibs on shit y'all find and be like,
oh, absolutely. I was gonna bring that up. He whenever a haul is brought up, he wants to have first dibs on at least one thing, and then he lets the others take shit.
Just no, we get. I expect you to be probably listening, A-Bomb. Don't you worry. Fight lug for shit, probably. Alright, so, okay.
So you enter the workspace, and there's this big pile of shit in one corner, a desk kind of pushed up against the wall with that big corkboard, and then just kind of, like, drawers just kind of scattered around. There's a table in the center, where I guess that's kind of where he does his work on more bigger things that wouldn't fit on the desk, and that's kind of it. It's not too fancy, but it gets the job done. Does that make sense?
Maybe explain a little bit about like some of your choices in the workspace that like Weird Ass Electronica.
Weird Ass I forgot about those. Weird Ass Electronica. I was thinking, definitely a bunch of wires, circuits, stuff like that. Wanting to do, like I was saying with that claw. My first goal, or Lud's first goal, would be to make a claw that could be remotely operated, which is what the receivers and transmitters are. Or he wants a remotely operated claw hook to scavenge so he can make more shit. And machining tools, that's just your average stuff like wrenches, like certified specialized wrenches, screwdrivers, pliers, shit like that.
Down hand drills, vices, that kind of stuff.
Right. That's what machining tools is. Just something you would kind of need for this field.
Right. And then you got transmitters and receivers there. It's like radio equipment.
Yeah, that. And I was thinking more of like I was thinking for that it would be also more of kind of like having wireless stuff. Like I was saying, like it would be easier to for the hook thing, like you can push a button and assuming it's not too far down, you could see a camera down there. If you could find something, you could hook it up.
Okay.
You have he has the tools to make it. He doesn't have the fit parts.
Right. But you do have like working radios and like sound equipment.
Yeah.
I
would feel like that would definitely be an important part for the scuba diving, giving someone working radios.
Let's see. Would you say that's shortwave or longwave?
What's the difference again?
Shortwave is like small distances, is real finicky with like atmospheric bullshit. Long wave is more like you can probably send long wave like around them.
I would say most are shortwave, probably like one working long wave. Obviously being used for like the diver with the actually good equipment, just to make sure that doesn't interfere too much. Having a shortwave for the others would be better. They're more expendable. But just a bunch of things. I was thinking of having a Relic of the Golden Age Past, but I'm not too sure what would, fit that. So that could always be something we find later.
Oh, definitely. All right. Let's see.
Any other questions?
So let's start doing HX, starting with APOM. Which should be...
I gotta...
you could do one or all of these. It doesn't matter. APOM has which of you do I find most attractive, or which of you is my favorite. First,
I guess I'm the most attractive.
Yes, that's the most attractive.
So just by stats.
HXs?
No, you can do one or either, or both.
Just by stats alone, I guess
it would
I'm
probably be
honest.
better to do both.
I mean, like, it depends on whether, like, Giuseppe finds any of y'all attractive at all. Fucking...
That's a fucking good point. Seth does not sound fucking attractive.
Yeah, I know, like...
I'm thinking about it. Oh yeah, they're balding. They eat metal. They don't have
balding
any teeth.
wet mess. And it's like, do I think you're hot?
Yeah, but if we're talking
fair.
about just...
Hey, you don't know what I look like.
You're
You
kind
don't
of
know.
a gremlin.
I could have the most beautiful
Hey, your
face.
hot is
too
-1. Shut up.
Well, hey, that doesn't have to necessarily,
You can't seduce or manipulate anyone. Sorry, Wind.
When you can't talk good, don't be mean.
Talk good. You got that mask over your face. We can all barely hear you. This mechanic is... Dang, lucky you win.
Okay, so quick question.
Alright.
Fucking useful.
With HX, do I say like, oh, for APOM plus 2 HX, or do I just do plus 2 HX in the HX box?
I think HX is personal. Let me think.
So my question is, if I get 2 HX from APOM and then Cess is like -1 for whatever reason, do I get 1 HX total, or do I get 2 HX with APOM and -1 for Seth?
Give me a good sec. I'm trying to figure out exactly what.
I thought it was like 2 2 HX for A-Bomb and -1 for me would be it.
Yeah, that's what I thought, but I just wanted to make sure.
What are you talking about though, when you'd already have a -3 with me?
What?
A whole -3.
Hey, Lug. Hey, can I have some of that scrap?
No.
I can't believe I get a fucking +3. But you know what? Fair enough. Understandable.
Hey, get sloppy. Hey.
Get sloppy.
Listen.
Get sloppy.
Get sloppy. Hey, get sloppy.
Hey, get sloppy. Check this out.
Hey, you gonna finish that fish off?
I'm glad I've got something to drink because that voice is gonna kill my throat otherwise.
Alright, there we go. I think I finally found the dang thing.
Hey, MC. Can I have that? Can I eat that there dice?
Fucking dying over here.
For Seth, the silverware is an appetizer.
Okay, so the HX thing at the start of the session is your HX with them, so you would write it on your sheet. Because it's your, like, judgment of who the person is. So you would write down, like, Rusty, or, you know, or rather, Lug Popper, HX +2. And then, okay, oddly endearing, alright, I didn't even read that yet, that's interesting. So then you would write, like, Rusty, HX +3.
Fucking love
So you know
Bumper.
folks pretty well. You're a pretty good judge of character around here. So now that's figured out. Seth, how about yours?
I have 2 questions. Which of you are my followers, and which of you I've seen, or one of you, I've seen your soul. Which one? Oh, God. That's gonna be fucking hard. Cause I don't think any of y'all are my fucking followers.
That's fair.
It's
You
more
can
like
always
I
just
follow
not-
you guys around, so... No one's got the HX +2 on my end.
You've seen someone's soul, though.
I've seen.
Hey, Wind. Hey, Lug Bumper.
Yeah.
Lug Bumper, I'm gonna give you that +3.
Nice.
Fuck.
What did you see in there?
Oh, fuck.
Not
you
his
know.
face, hopefully.
And not the face. I will never know like Bumper's face because despite this psychic maelstrom being, you know, all-knowing, that's one of the things it shall never know. Just insights on projects that he's doing. Not too much.
I mean,
sadly,
this
not a
isn't
lot
like
of people
you reading a
around.
mind or anything. This is like you seeing into the content of a person's being.
Hey, Wynn, what do I know about you?
Uh,
You gotta
This
answer
isn't
the question.
knowledge.
Hmm.
This isn't like, you know, this is just like you saw something in them. What did you see?
good intentions with, mixed results.
Okay, so how about you saw like
I saw you sitting in a car in the middle of the ocean, and that's about it. I don't
okay,
know what the
you can
fuck
interpret
that's
that as like a
about.
vision.
I don't know what the fuck that was about, but I saw you in the fucking ocean, middle of the ocean, driving a car. No, I think I'd have it at +1. Or would I have 1 since everybody? Yeah, +1, right? Right for everyone else, right? HX +1. You're a good, quick judge of others.
Yeah.
Is on it, so you'd have +1
So-
because you're not my follower.
Well, no. To make it more like specific, you Apom would have written +3. Seth would have written +1.
+1.
because like that's how well Seth knows you. How well you know him is the +2 or the +3. Okay, yeah, I get you. After that, we'll be going a bit more like we'll be asking each other like whether people have known us more, and so that'll be them specifically, like adding to it. All right. So you're saying like you saw like a vision of Mug Pumper sitting in a car in the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah.
Okay.
Was
Interpret
there
that
a-
as you will, I guess.
Did
sort of
somebody roll down the window so he could breathe?
Hey,
All right.
can you turn
so
on the
now-
radio?
Now wind.
Alright, which one of you is the most strange? Alright, Seth, next question. Which one of you is the biggest potential problem? So at first, I was thinking, oh, this was going to be Seth, of course. But then Apom brought up that, people are coming after Apom. Or Apom, there are people on Apom's establishment gone, and him dead probably. That got me to thinking that I don't know which one of you would be the bigger problem. So, you two debate.
Well, I mean, we've already established I could probably puke up whatever you need. I guess that could cause problems. Oh, excuse me. Got the nasty burps today.
Of course, remember that you don't have to ask both those questions.
Well, both those questions are plus HX, so...
What about it?
I mean... It's good.
You don't have to though. Like you've
Yeah,
already
still.
answered at least one of those questions.
Yeah.
If the other one is
still.
like too difficult to think of, you don't have to.
If it's too difficult, you can tell me, and we can skip it.
Wouldn't that be up to you?
Well, Apom. You should probably ask that in a later session, honestly. Let things develop first. Yeah, let's skip problem for now.
Did you hear me?
No.
No?
Oh, I cut out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was saying like it's not gonna get asked later.
Oh.
Like this is a first session thing. It's not gonna get asked later.
Oh, HX is only the first session?
Oh, as
The
far as these
initial
questions,
HX.
yeah, as far as these questions go, it'll be only this session, and then other words, it'll be like, who do you feel like you know the best, and who do you feel like you know less of, if I remember correctly, are the end of session questions.
Yeah, we'll get to that when we get to that.
Okay.
So it'd be fine if you just don't really know Giuseppe very much.
Okay. So, I guess... Seth +1, Napalm -1.
Yeah, like the sheet says. Right,
Yeah, I mean-
-1, you've got other stuff to do.
Yeah. I mean, either way, if you get to a -5 or a +5, that's an experience, so it doesn't matter either way.
Oh, does the
Oh.
HX go to 5?
Yeah.
HS goes to
Oh.
check.
I thought it was 5.
No, it goes to +4. When you hit
Oh,
+4, it
4.
resets to +1.
Okay,
And
like,
you mark experience.
I thought we were doing rules of 3 kind of thing here. I guess there's just so much 3. I was like, oh yeah, everything
experience
else is
works up
3.
to- Yeah, just remember, experience works up to 5. HX works up to +4.
Okay.
Ah.
You'll never have a +4 with anyone because it'll just reset. So, you know, just think of it as like rule of 3, and then if you go over, you reset. All right.
Sounds good.
All right. Let's see. All right. I think it's about time that we can get a good start on this. What do y'all think?
I feel good
Yeah.
about it. A little
Alright.
anxious, but you know, that's
Oh, of
just how it's
course.
gonna be.
I'm probably not going to be 100 on shit, but you know how it is.
Just how it be. Got everybody's character sheets up. I need to save them afterwards, but got them up and open for me.
Establish a bit more stuff. Do you need more time, or do you think we can at least begin some of the vague events? Mostly crew stuff. Alright.
Yeah, because I doubt we're gonna know the entire crew right off the bat.
I mean, you will, but it's not necessarily going to come up constantly. And even if it does, then we can always just kind of make it at the time.
Does it need to be weird or like an actual name?
I mean, probably depends. About Dust.
Dust. I'm sorry, I just still... Hi, I'm Dust.
My favorite things are dirt.
Dirt.
Not wind.
Yeah, not wind. Fuzz.
Fuzz works.
Hi, my name is Horse.
Alright, so, real quick though, what is the name of y'all's boat?
Boat name. It's the Branson Bell. I'm not over that. I have to watch fucking commercials for that all the goddamn time. What do you guys think? Who owns the boat?
All of you.
All of us. Okay, so no one specific person.
I was thinking SS Exodius, but that's too cliched.
Exodius is cliched.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going on a journey.
Oh, that's how it's pronounced.
Yeah, it's Exodus.
Everyone's pronouncing Exodius this entire time. Okay, that's our boat name then, the SS Exodius.
Exodius, obliterate.
No. Okay, we gotta find more boat parts. Yeah, we gotta find more boat parts to assemble our
Well,
mecha.
there's no SS probably, because, well, maybe there is XS. Maybe, like,
It's just a holdover. It's just a holdover of the old times. We don't know what the fuck SS means, but we're gonna go with
know
it.
that, like, you've dived a bunch, and all the boats down there have SS on them, so you think it's important.
All the fancy boats have SS.
Super sick Exodia.
Okay. Alright, so,
Exodius.
Currently, the, it's just Exodia, I think.
Alright then.
Yeah, just...
do you want Exodia or Exodius?
I'm fine with either.
Exodia
Rusty?
for memes. For Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh, we found this card once. We watched
You ate it.
We
You
watched
ate it
this
before we could read
VHS.
it.
Yeah.
You found a lockbox, and it had, like, just all the pieces of Exodia.
Nothing
all the-
else.
You thought it was
There's a
really
big-
important until some piece of shit, like, tossed all the cards overboard.
There's a big
Hey!
on the side of it just scrawled into this metal case, do not open at any cost. We opened it and it was just the 5 pieces of Exodia.
I can't believe fucking Joe watched Yu-Gi-Oh!
What are you fucking talking about? You can't believe. Of course, everybody watched the fucking
What
Yu-Gi-Oh!
the-
Alright,
yeah.
so,
I haven't.
anyway,
Then that
Alright.
one just blew you in the wind then, huh?
so currently the SX Exodia is docked at a community called Velcro. It's essentially a large bunch of, like, kind of boats similar to yours, but they're all stuck together. It's far too large that it would never be able to, like, move normally now. So they kind of just stay there, and folks like come in, like tie their shit to it, and then leave when they can.
Sounds good.
It is just after y'all made a market run. You sold whatever bullshit you could. You bought whatever garbage you could. It wasn't a good or particularly bad run. So, feelings aren't high, but they're not doing too bad. Apom, what do you think you would be doing right now after having just sold everything? You are I think that you, as kind of like the face of the group, what time of day? I'd say it's about 4 o'clock in the evening. You don't necessarily need tunes, but I guess I could grab some. I guess we'll go straight.
Gotta do everything because you're the MC.
That's good.
Yeah, you're the main character. You've got to do everything.
God, don't.
Yeah, you could have known.
Since you Apom are like the face of the group essentially, it makes sense that you would probably have the most contact with like other people on the in whatever settlements you come to. So you could be talking to representatives. You could be like finishing out a deal with someone. You could be doing quite a few things. But your character, what do you think they would be probably doing? Considering you've essentially finished your business, but maybe you want to follow up on something. You want to ask questions, or what do you think your character would be doing after having just unloaded and loaded? Okay, needing to know. How would you be spreading that information, though? Alright, I guess it makes sense. Just walking around telling folks, like, hey, there's some nice shit going on the Exodia. Look for the fucked up raft.
Which one?
Yeah,
exactly.
that's a good question.
Let's see. Oh, you're still talking. I think your ship is known well enough because it's not often that like a moving, entertainment kind of thing exists. So it's a spectacle of sorts. It's not difficult to like find people to hop on your boat for a good few hours, partake of your bullshit.
An abomination in the world's eyes, but a good one.
But I think that while you're walking around, you get an unexpected visit from a person who actually like kind of heads up the community Velcro. You know her relatively well. You have a pretty amicable relationship. She's just called Grandma, and looks very much like kind of the sort of image of a salty sailor type of person. She's hard. She's lean. She's kind of always looks like she's kind of about to spring, kind of. And I think she kind of waves you down from the distance. Obviously, trying not to like make too much of a scene. What do you do? Your usual touch of coolness. All right. She let's see. She's like, I hope you're doing well as well. I'm doing fine. I hope you're doing fine. This isn't the place probably to talk about this. We should probably go back to your establishment. This is... I don't mean to be, a bearer of bad news, but this is serious, and I don't want people listening. Kind of a weird thing to be asking of someone who kind of runs the whole shebang that you're on, but all right. Y'all go back to the Exodia. I imagine you'd probably walk into the your establishment. You'll probably want a name for that at some point. And she sits down at the bar, and I guess like motions for you to take a seat as well. I was hoping that you'd follow up on an action in which you were like going to follow what she suggested you do or not. You know, whether you want to like go behind the counter or just kind of stand. You know, this is kind of establishing how you act around authority figures and people of stature. All right. She continues. We have a good thing going, you and I think you'd probably say. You've been a valuable trade partner, and you and yours have done me right. I have done my best to keep you in the good graces of the community. But something's come up, and I think you need to know about it. Out of character, how did you get your instruments? And by that I mean also like to tie that into like who wants your establishment gone? Who would that have been? Since I think you getting your instruments, you talked about that being related to somebody being snubbed. You think you had a debt. Do you think that you would have, like, ignored that debt for too long, maybe? Maybe you just kind of, like, snubbed it, essentially. Been like, you know, I'm never going to meet this person again. How, you know, who do I care? No, man.
That is.
Okay, so you're in debt and you haven't been able to, like, make payments. Alright. That's possible, but I don't think I'll have to bring that up too much. I don't know how you did it, but you pissed off some of the wrong people. All I know is that you pissed off BG. You remember BG as the person who you made a deal with to get your instruments. BG's really gone up in the world. I won't mince words, they're powerful now. And they're coming for everything. I don't think that you're safe here. And it's very likely you're not going to be safe in very many places around here. I'm sorry, but our trading relationship is going to have to end. Both for my community's sake and yours.
Roll for initiative.
No, not right now. I don't think you understand. I don't think he cares about debts anymore. He's taken everything from anybody who's ever owed him or snubbed him or made so much as looked a single look at him when he didn't want. You don't understand. He's more powerful than anybody I've ever known. This isn't like somebody owning something. This is somebody like coveting. He wants the blue. The blue being the word for the world that y'all know due to all the fucking water.
You just have fingers.
Shut the shut the fuck up, bro.
You want Rusty.
No.
Oh, big Rusty.
I say this, as I said, mostly for all our. You still have a community who can live. You can run. We can't, so we'll have to deal with this. But at the very least, I wanted to tell you so that maybe you could get a head start. He's coming for us, and mine and ours. And he's coming for you. And I wanted to do you the whatever courtesy I could that could maybe see you safe from this. I understand. If there's much you particularly need from me, you can ask. I don't know if I'll have it or if we'll be able to provide it, even if we do. But before you leave, you know. And with that, she gets up and walks off without another word. Seth, what would you be doing?
Oh jeez.
A night out or an evening out on the town. Would you be with your retinue? Would you be making a spectacle of yourself? Would you be
You know, I'm gonna be making a spectacle of myself, digging in any kind of garbage I can to see what I can find. Scraps.
You're like, hey, you dare me to eat this? Hey, you wanna see more? Hey, you wanna see more? Go to the Exodia, haha.
Hey, asshole, watch this.
Hey, asshole, watch this.
God. I get you, Tom. That's fair.
Just engulf anything that he can fit into his mouth.
Alright. I think by now, you've basically got, a good, crowd around you, just kind of watching you shit. Going from, garbage pile to garbage pile, just being like, hey, you want me to fucking eat this shit? And they're like, go for it. And then, how do you react to people being, kind of disgustedly interested in what you're doing?
I think it's great. It's fantastic. I'm living my life. It means, more people on the boat to give me more stuff. So we were talking about after getting done with... Oh, wait, you're talking about something else right now. Sorry.
No, don't worry. We were just talking about random bullshit. I was mentioning to folks, hey, remember, the basic moves and all your moves exist.
Mm-hmm.
If you want and can use them, then hey, just go for it. But first, we forgot to highlight stats.
Oh, that's right!
So...
Oh, shit.
Going around, we'll start with Apom. Who has the highest HX with Apom? That is to say, which of you know him best? No, you know Seth best, but that doesn't mean much for anyone else.
I guess that would be me.
-1.
I know Apom best.
Okay. Then which stat should be highlighted?
Let me check.
This will determine which ones contribute to his character's growth and gaining experience.
Hey, I'm gonna highlight Sharp.
Sharp. All right.
Hey, you better go highlight Sharp, Apom.
And just because I wanna also highlight Weird.
Also, I've got food, so I'm gonna be trying to mute myself if I get crunchy, but just know if I stop talking, it's probably because I'm eating.
Alright, Apom, you got that? I mean, you probably don't have to... I mean, you probably should mark it, just so you know. But this will change every time we start a session, or at least, when people want. I'll call for it, and if y'all agree, then we will change up the highlighted stats.
I have not highlighted anything yet.
No, yeah. You're the first so far. The person who knows you the best highlights one, and then I highlight the other one.
So Apom knows Seth the best.
Okay.
Gosh, that means Apom gets to choose mine. We get to choose each other's. Get on the correct layer so I can highlight it.
Alright, Seth, you
That
get
is
sharp.
sharp. Alright. Sharp is highlighted.
Alright. How about you also highlight... I'll make it a little easier. Highlight weird.
Alright. I've highlighted both.
What's up?
I've highlighted both.
Okay. Now, who knows wind best? Who knows lug bumper?
I got a +3 on Lug Pumper.
So Seth.
Alright. What will you highlight?
Hard.
Hard.
Yeah. I'm gonna highlight hard.
Alright, and then I will highlight cool.
Alrighty then.
Alright, so y'all know what you need to do if you want to get yourselves better. That's just more of a push along the way. You don't have to like 100% go deep on that shit. So currently, Seth, you are surrounded by a bunch of, randos being like, oh, what the fuck is up with this dude?
You don't just say ninjas?
Once again, I will remind people, do you have the basic moves all brought up?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, just making sure that folks know that they can do shit. So what do you do with this crowd? Are you there?
Yeah,
Are you
I'm muted.
Okay, you're eating. I
Yeah,
got you.
I mean, so I'm just gonna mute every time I shove my face full of food.
Alright.
Just as an
Do you want to
indicator.
mute on Discord so I know that,
Oh, I
I know
was.
for a fact. Oh, you were?
Yeah. It should
I
have
didn't
showed
hear
up.
I didn't hear the blip or whatever.
Oh, does it not blip for you? It doesn't
do
blip
right
for
now.
me. Here, I'll do it. Okay.
It's
That's
not
weird.
working.
It didn't do a blip, it didn't show the icon that Apom has too.
Oh, weird. On my end, it shows that I'm muted.
How about me?
Yeah, you're muted.
I didn't hear a blip.
I don't.
Hmm.
I
Well,
don't
at
have
least you saw the
blips,
icon.
so
You saw the icon, right?
yeah.
Okay. Weird shit. Alright.
Oh, but as far as what I want to do with this crowd, I'm hoping that they would give me some stuff to eat, or at least carry back with me.
if you want them to do shit for you, do you think you would do, use your frenzy moves?
I could, couldn't I? I do have those points.
Yep, when
It's
you
like
speak-
one per turn, right? Or not per turn, but per session. I can use one of these per session, yeah?
You can do frenzy on any particular mob you would like, as many times as you want. Fortunes is the only one that happens once per session.
Okay.
It doesn't happen the first session. I will start doing that next session.
Okay, well,
Yeah, frenzy, when you speak the
Yeah.
truth to a mob, roll plus weird, 10
What?
plus hold 3, etc.
yeah, I'll roll. So
Alright.
it's, 2 R6s, yeah?
Two, I think that's like /R 2d6.
Oh yeah, 2d6. I put 2 R6. Okay, so yeah, two 6s.
Yep.
Rolling. I got 8.
plus weird, that's 11.
It's 11.
You got a good, roll.
People are hauling
So
in.
you have, so when it says hold 3, you spend 1 for 1 whenever you'd like while you still have the mob.
So I can have 3.
And you can
Jeez.
use it to bring people forward and deliver them, bring forward their precious things, unite and fight for you as a gang, fall into an orgy of uninhibited emotion, or go quietly back to their lives.
So I've got
Alright,
3.
everyone, fuck off.
Yeah. Fuck. Yeah, I would like them to.
Hey, everybody. Hey, why don't you bring me your stuff so I can eat it? Just to show you how much stuff I can get. into this whole mouth of mine.
Alright. The bunch of folks, like, kind of look at each other, and they're like, I mean, how much could he fucking eat, though? And so they start giving you, like, bits and bobs and, like, little things that don't seem like much, but taken together is just, like, it's a bunch of metal, and metal's pretty important, and you eat, and by the end of it, like, you feel pretty fucking sick.
Good.
You don't feel good, but you smile through it regardless. And they're impressed. They're just like, oh my god, he ate so fucking much. What a goddamn monster.
Put me on the threat map.
You still have them in your frenzy. What would you like to do?
Oh, so they're still here, huh?
Or
Yeah, just keep doing that. No. You know what? Yeah, pump them up up a little bit. Fall into an orgy of just fucking excitement. Just gonna pump them up. Yeah, excitement. I'm gonna pump them up.
Okay, what do you? No, you say that's what you do, but what do you do to make
Okay.
them do that?
Let's see. Let's think here. What should I say to pump them up? Okay, hold on.
Hey guys, you wanna see me burst?
What?
Oh, God.
Is this guy gonna fucking die?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so they start, like, they chatter, like, excessively to each other. Like, what the fuck is up with this guy? Who is this complete weirdo? This is ridiculous. And so they start getting louder and louder. And by, like, you know, before you realize it, they're just like, you know, people are debating, like, what the fuck you're doing, who the hell you are. And, like, no, like, negative emotions are particularly being cast, but everybody's just kind of, like, really high energy right now. It's at this point, like, that a particularly large man walks up, like, starts shoving his way through the crowd.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You're such hot shitty.
What the fuck is Stop pushing me! What are you all do? His burst? What are you fucking talking about? Get the fuck out of here! You apparently have a heckler. He hasn't made it completely through the crowd because it's real fucking pushy. But what do you do?
I'm sorry.
You wanna see me eat that man?
What?
No, scratch that. I'm just making a joke.
I get you.
I'm getting a bit excited myself. Jeez, I can't believe this fucking works on me.
Oh god.
Well, this man he's a bit angry. He's a bit angry. He probably doesn't like me eating all, this stuff. He's probably like, oh shit, I wish I could have had all this stuff instead. Thinking, because I still have that one hold.
Yep, you got one left.
And I can repeat actions, correct?
No, it's 1 for 1.
It's 1 for 1. Okay, so I cannot.
Yeah, you've already. Otherwise, you could, like, get a bunch of precious shit.
Yeah. I've already gotten their precious shit, and I've already excited them, so.
You don't have that man.
You're fucking right, I don't have that man.
I think the dude isn't part of the mob, so you wouldn't be able to particularly affect him with any of the holds, unless you made the mob fight for you.
I don't want to cause a fight. I don't want to cause any more.
Do you?
Yet.
Well, the guy is also, like, more pissed off at, like, the shitload of people than that he is about, like, anything you're really doing. He doesn't even really
That's
know
good.
you're there.
I mean, I do have a -1 cool, so I doubt my character's sitting here like, I doubt he's thinking straight.
So when faced with a heckler, what do you do?
I'm faced with a heckler.
Do you remember the mob will probably stay with you if you decide to go somewhere else? So, you could probably do some, like, hey guys, we're leaving kind of shit.
Yeah, board him on the boat. It is getting it is getting late, and I'm pretty sure the boat does leave pretty soon.
Hey guys, you guys wanna watch me make a mess on this here boat?
the fuck does he mean by a mess?
What the fuck is he talking about? What? I have to see this.
Hey, everybody. Let's get on the Exodia.
Alright, when you say that, I'll call that, like, you bring people forward and deliver them.
Yeah.
That is to say you're delivering them to the boat.
Yep.
And they kind of just stampede off. And the dude, like, he doesn't get trampled, but he does get knocked around a bunch. And you're not... I don't think you're as fast as the, like, stampeding.
Absolutely not.
You're kind of left behind. You're probably following them, but, like, the dude gets a good look at you. And, like, as you're, like, kind of running off, you see, like, he's looking straight at you.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, jeez.
He doesn't look excited.
Oh no.
In
Wind,
my head.
What do you think you'd be doing right now, after, a good, after the markets calm down? You've probably got a few new, like, barter toys, some things you might try to fix up. What would you be doing on, a lazy market day?
Have I perused the market for anything that looks of value?
The market's still going right now. You could do that.
I would like to do that. I want to look for any cool machinery.
Alright. There's barter moves. Let me bring those up. Let's see. When you go into a Holden's bustling market, looking for some particular thing to buy, and it's not obvious whether you'd be able to buy one, just go and buy one. Roll plus sharp. So, let's narrow it down a bit. What kind of weird machinery are you looking at?
How about... a motor. Just a simple motor. One of those that spins.
Yeah, that's going to be pretty difficult to find. Go ahead and roll plus sharp. Do you have a move that lets you do something else other than that?
Let me see. I think that's for just cool. That's just for cool.
Yeah, that's just for cool. So go for sharp. Roll
2.
and then you get plus 0. A 9. Pretty good. So on a 9, I can choose one of the following. It costs 1 more barter than you'd expect. It's not openly for sale, but you find someone who leads you to it. It's not openly for sale, but you know who sold it recently. It's not available, but you can find something similar. Let me think. I choose this, so don't you worry. I'll say you don't find an engine, but you do find, like, a kiln. Particularly it's a kind of a small crucible, like, pottery kiln, that works off of, what do they work off?
How was that spelled?
Pottery kiln. Like KILN.
Okay.
I'm gonna say it's electric.
Gonna say electric.
They
kiln?
don't.
Okay.
You find it, like, it's obviously not what you're looking for, but it is, like, strange and, it's weird as fuck. Nobody's been able to get it to work. You just recognize that it's obviously supposed to be taking, like, electric, and it's just a chamber, so it's got to do something in that chamber. It's obviously not an engine, but it's your call whether you give a shit about it or not.
So it doesn't work.
But it doesn't work
see-
as in, like, nobody knows how to work it. It uses electricity, nobody knows what the fuck that is. Or rather, nobody knows how to get it to, like, take electricity.
Can I poke around it first before I decide to buy it?
I think the seller, a squat-looking old dude, who's
Is he
like,
squatting?
Yeah, he's squatting. He's like, hey, no touching. Look and you buy or you leave.
I'm thinking. I could always use its parts. How much is it?
It would be 2 barter.
How much barter do I have on me? You there?
I'm here.
How much barter do I currently own?
I think you probably kept track of that.
What did I get from the hall, rather?
You start with how much barter your playbook says you would.
Oh. Okay.
So unless we had you spend anything, beforehand, you should have 6 barter.
Right. Okay. So I'll buy that.
All right. You hand him a good fistful of jingle, and then you
Give me.
give me. Yeah, he just kind of hands it over to you. Like, all right, find a fucking lead. That thing's off my goddamn hands.
Very good with words.
So yeah, you've got a pottery kiln, an electric pottery kiln. Write that wherever you'd like on your sheet. Whatever the hell you want to do with that eventually is up to you. But right after you buy it, you notice that somebody in the corner of, not the corner of the market, this is like an outside stall. Somebody across the way is just kind of staring at you, but trying to obviously hide it.
I kind of turn my body a little way, kind of hide it behind me, kind of no, mine.
All right. Where would you go after having gotten such a haul?
Definitely back to my workshop.
All right. Can I get you to roll, cool real quick? Just 2d6 plus cool.
While you're rolling
okay.
that, no joke, electric kilns are heavy.
Yeah, you're not going very quickly.
The fact that you could pick that up, just the fact you can pick up an electric kiln is enough for me. Alright? Because I don't know if you guys have actually...
I mean, I have a backpack.
The backpack ain't gonna do much.
Write that down, right?
Small
I mean...
electric ceramic.
Yeah, but a kiln's still pretty heavy.
Quick question about
it's
highlight stuff.
What's about it?
Quick question. So, I have... okay, no, that's only under fire. This is a good question anyways. So, say spooky intense. You can change cool for weird when rolling under fire. If cool is highlighted, will that still get the point if you change it for weird, or no?
I don't think it'll get them. So you'd have to... Let's see. Let me read it real quick. Well, it does say you have to. It doesn't say if you want. Or no, it says when you make a battle move, you can roll that. So it depends on whether you want to or not.
Okay.
Okay, you got an 8. I'll say you do you notice the man is walking a good distance behind you, and you know he's obviously following. You try your to make it as unobvious as possible that you know he's there, but you are starting to shake. So you're getting antsy, and a dude's following.
Do I have my weapon on me?
I'd say you probably have your weapon.
Okay, probably strapped to my back.
Yeah, whether you take comfort in that or want to start using that, that's up to you. But he doesn't make any other moves than to follow.
Fucking Win kills somebody right off the bat.
After my junk. Just kind of know that I have that weapon.
Okay.
So
but yeah, you're making your way to the. I'll say you get essentially to the boat, you know, you can see it. The guy's obviously following you, but you know, you haven't lost any trails. You're getting your way there. Just a quick thing. Did anybody else want to have bought any like gear or weapons or anything from that market?
I would like a
we'll
knife.
Just say like
something.
okay, you want like
just a
a
cool
weapon.
looking knife. It don't have to be useful,
Alright.
it just has to look really cool.
Seth gets a toy. A
Yeah.
dagger.
Yeah.
How much? Oh, right, you do have jingle now, regardless.
Yeah, I have 2 barter based on my followers for 1, without, you know, the extra stuff I just got, and for 2 I have...
You don't have that barter yet. You will in the future, though.
Okay, but at base I have 4 barter.
Got some liquor for the bar. Alright, like, that's just some stuff. I'm talking, like, gear. But yeah, you've got the barter, don't you worry.
Yeah, I've got 4.
By the way, give yourself +1 barter for having people give you precious shit.
Okay, so 5 barter.
So that
But
knife,
he ate
I'll
it.
say, the knife will be.
I can pick it back up.
Fair enough.
Go ahead and write. It's a 2 harm hand knife. How about messy also?
Alright.
So this is like it's a
Anything Seth
jagged,
does would
it's
be
like
messy.
a jagged, serrated piece of shit.
Oh, so it's a
Like,
good knife.
When you get in there, it's gonna like tear things up.
So I can kill wind in 2 turns.
You can kill a lot of people pretty quickly.
I can kill a
with
lot
any
of
weapon.
people in 2 turns, and that's very good
Armor
to me.
piercing.
I didn't
Your
expect
god
such
can't
a
help you
blessed
here,
knife.
Seth. Your god can't
anyway,
help you
so-
here.
Thank you for such a blessed knife. I didn't
It-
expect
it-
such a good one.
Okay, how about the knife is iridescent a bit, so like it kind of shines multiple colors, so you think it's
Fucking
fucking sick.
sick. You're sick.
That's the main reason you got it, was because it shined a bunch of different colors.
It looks like one of those knives from like a CS:GO surf video.
God,
Oh
it
shit.
is. Epong, did you?
Good.
Let's see. And then from Maestro. Gear. Okay, you automatically get like a weapon, 2 barter oddments, and the option to have like 1 armor as like a thing. Like we can decide what that is. What would you? Well, you do get the knife, so you get a wicked blade or a sharp pair of scissors. Decide, I guess, on your own what that kind of like weird fucking blade would be. I mean, it doesn't have to be something you wear all the time. It could just be like, if you feel something's getting hot, you have like a little vest you put on, or like some sort of padding you strap to yourself. You know, it's like you leave it under the bar or something. You don't have to, of course. You can. That's only a choice. Do you want the armor or not? Otherwise, you do have 2 barter, and you'll, you know, the hope is you'll probably get more in the future. Have a vest you can seal in your suit. That's cool. All right, yeah. You have like, I'll say you just like have a bunch of like really compacted padding kind of shit. You know, like what do they call that? Like a van brace or something like that. The shit they put under like actual armored people. Why are you flipping coins here?
See if I actually have my suit on. Because I do have that shitty suit.
You do.
So wait, you're running around naked? But
No,
Good.
I have a shitty
Otherwise,
Hang on,
would you
I'm
have
probably
wanted to
close.
get any other sort of a weapon? If not, that's cool. Barter is there to be used, and considering you essentially own your living situation, you probably won't have to spend barter on, you know, being able to live. You're not really beholden to shit. A bribe. Huh.
Go more into debt. We already got BJ over here.
Apom, this new kid, GB,
You know what? How about
wants
this? That makes sense. I was planning on something. How about this? So, while you're like just kind of doing your whole bar thing, cleaning glasses, standing there solemn, a man walks in, with like, I'll say 3 men walk in. They don't look friendly. And interestingly, you can see pretty clearly on their chest is a patch, just with the letters BG. They haven't said anything yet, they just walked in.
Oh boy. Apom's getting all this shit. Poor Apom.
Well, hey, remember, y'all have people following you too.
Yeah, but it's not so direct.
Well, I mean, you're not in a direct place. Like, Apom's just there. He's kind of at the target.
Poor Apom.
I get a good rep of who
Look at
they
Sape.
What? What does that mean? Also, remember, you do have basic moves. You can always go ahead and, like... I'm not, like, I won't say it takes up, like, a turn or any of that shit. Within, you know, reason.
Yeah, it seems like we can do like 5 moves in a turn.
Should you? Well, if I was going to, like, tell you there's a thing you could probably do, the first thing you probably think is, like, to read a sitch. It is obviously a chart situation. It could tell you things like which of them is your biggest threat, what you should be on the lookout for, who's in control, your best escape route, shit like that. There's also, of course, read a person, but that's probably more for when you actually start talking.
Fuck.
Okay, that is 2d6 plus sharp. Do keep track of if you're rolling for your, you know,
Highlighted stat.
highlighted shit, because, you know, every point towards that gets you closer to an you only need 5, so hey, look at that.
Oh yeah, I need to... Cool. Where do I mark my highlighted stuff?
You could probably just tally it anywhere you want.
Yeah, they've got experience bubbles on the under
you
the
use that.
improvement. So I guess
Oh,
I've got to.
so each time you use it adds 1?
Let's see. Does anybody remember what APOM's highlighted were? I think I highlighted
Weird.
for you, and
Weird
something else.
and sharp, I think it was.
Yeah, that sounds
Right.
about right. So every time you roll, like for Apom, every time he rolls sharp, he puts a little bubble in the experience.
Yep.
Got it.
Yep, you can get a lot of experience pretty quickly if, you know, if I deem it good. Roll, that is 2d6 plus sharp. So, you know, just roll 2d6 and then add your sharp after that. We don't have to get into weird math bullshit with this. 8, so...
God, the bot is being
What's your
very
sharp?
nice to us.
Yeah, dice are being pretty good for y'all.
It's making me a
You're
little
way to-
nervous.
1.
They're
Okay,
weighted.
you got 9. It's alright. So, having done that, you get to ask 1. You could ask, where's my best escape route, way in or way past? Which enemy is most vulnerable to you? Which enemy is the biggest threat? What should you be on the lookout for? What's my enemy's true position? Or who's in control?
Do they have a briefcase? Because if they have a briefcase, they are absolutely in control.
Um, let me think. You should be on the lookout for reinforcements. These people, they're dangerous enough, but like, you think that there could be more.
This fucking bug guy is right around the corner.
Yeah, you look under your own desk. There's a man under there.
Yeah, I think most of your crew are out and about, or not out and about. They're around. They're there. They haven't made any moves yet, but they're keeping a close eye. They aren't currently playing any music because none of your crowd's gone here yet. But things don't look like they're. Let me think. What were your decisions on how your crew was? Check. Bouncer. Or with like 2 armor, 1. Your crew is like tentatively like they're like side-eyeing like, am I gonna have to split? Bung himself has like his hand on his side, which is dangerously close to I'll say a holdout pistol he's got.
Okay, I've pinned all the character sheets as I should have done in the start, but you know.
Cool shit.
Then. So now if we ever need them, it's like, okay, they're right here.
I imagine APOMs will update soon.
Yeah,
or, like, in the
then
future,
I'll just unpin it and repin it.
Fair. Cool shit.
Easy peasy. But for now, for tonight, this session, the current
Gotcha.
current sheet's pinned.
Okay. So you want him outside, but you want him close? I think as Bung attempts to go out the door, the men, like, obviously, like, one of them in particular stands directly in his way, and, like, obviously saying, like, you're staying. The one of the in particular, who seems to kind of have the most togetherness out of them all, comes directly up to your bar and sits down and says, give me a drink. He's eyeing you very closely. Remember that anytime you want, you can roll moves.
Yeah, wouldn't that be
There's
roll
like
hard?
reading people, shit like that.
Question: would glassing
that?
be roll hard or roll cool?
Glassing him would be
Because you're going aggro, but you're also doing something technically under fire.
Aggro is more like threatening, but you get a drink and pour it. As you set it on the table, he immediately snatches it out of your hand and just fucking downs it. And he looks away for a bit, like he's kind of like just sizing up the place. You know, I don't know what you did to get his attention, and I don't really care. If it were up to me, I'd probably have left you alone, but this ain't up to me. You're getting whatever comeuppance you earned for yourself, bud. And he starts to do a bit of like a shimmy motion that you do not like. You get to do whatever the fuck you want to do right now. Go for it.
That liquor went straight through him, don't judge.
He hasn't done anything particular yet, so hey, if you want to stall, if you want to get him to not, that all it takes is doing some moves, but it is the time to do some moves. It could. You could. Okay. You're rolling manipulate, so that is plus hot, I do believe. I think yours is +2, so you're lucky. Right? I think that's,
For hot, yeah, +2.
Oofa.
Yeah,
That could have gone bad.
oh boy. Yeah, that's
so,
close. Thank God for that +2.
More than anything,
Hey,
what do you actually say?
Oh, hang on, before we go for it. Hey, Mom, you know when you do a roll, you can add a plus blank to the end, and that'll automatically add it to your number, right?
I'd be more fine with just rolling the number itself. And then just adding it after that, so we don't have to get into weird math. But yeah, so what do you actually say to manipulate? When you do something, you do something, so do it.
Fucking straight to throwing people under the bus.
Good move.
Hey, there's this weak old lady right over there. She can't move.
That my boss wants a lot of things. And I guess we have been told to get a bunch of things for him, so maybe he could be made to look the other way if I get something else for him. You get Grandma in here tonight. We'll deal with her.
Oh.
And we'll ignore you for a bit.
Music's for them.
Did you hear me just there?
I heard a ch-ch.
Oh.
The last thing we heard was Grandma. Get Grandma in here.
I said, just know that your time will definitely come.
That's the fucking point, Apom.
Yeah.
Yep. They'll go along with you, but they need some concrete assurance. Whether you give them that or not is up to you.
Roll to get out of the situation. Roll some more.
You have at least cooled the situation down. So if you wanted to, like, kind of try to segue, you could. Or if you wanted to, like, surprise someone, you could. The other members have kind of, like, lost interest. Uh-oh. Apom.
Fuck, they got him.
Uh-oh. Oh, there you are.
Too long to reply.
Yep, Apom died.
Apom got killed by the LA gangs.
God.
I was saying that the attentions of the goons have shifted from pretty much everything, and are currently they're just kind of staring at your conversation with the head guy. That's all good.
I've done that before.
There's an update button.
Yeah. Sometimes a little green
top
arrow.
corner.
Yeah, a green arrow will be up at the top corner.
Oh, that. Okay.
Yeah,
I do
sometimes.
have an update ready too.
We all do.
Yeah, like once during stream, whenever I was talking to you guys in jest or not, so I accidentally clicked it, like not knowing.
Sad.
Like I wasn't paying it like a fucking attention then.
That is an idea. Let's see. You could. You're not, like, this isn't a do or die situation just yet, so you could.
Yet.
He's kind of keeping his mouth shut while you, obviously deliberate.
This guy's been sitting here for 3 minutes, saying nothing.
3 minutes? How about 3 hours? It's been 3 hours. Are you gonna say something? Smart.
Oof. Well, ask one anyway.
Oh yeah, that's right, you get to ask one anyway. I'm so sorry.
So, does your wife approve of your life choices?
Are you, there you go. No, that's not what I meant. You have to ask, like, one on the list of read a person. That is your character telling...
What did Grandma do?
Is the character telling the truth? What's the character really feeling? What do they intend to do? What do they wish that you would do? And how could I get your character to blank? What does he wish you'd do? He wishes that you would just pull out a fucking gun and try to fight them. You think that he's rumbling for a fucking fight, and he's very eager for it. But after you're sitting there for a little while, that's how you feel about it. You're very sure that he'd love nothing more than to just like slit your fucking neck. And he's like, you think that, he'd give you an out to be able to do that. He continues on, like, I get if this is a difficult proposition, but we don't have the luxury of time. So I'm going to give you to the count of 3. Go for it. I'm not going to actually count down to 3.
Joe watching Apom type slowly.
While that countdown goes on, Seth, you...
Oh, nice.
You and your crowd are coming up to the boat. You're very close. The crowd is just about to start moving onto the boat itself.
Nice.
The guy behind you is starting to get a lot closer.
Oh, shit.
You're kind of like, how fast are you?
Not that fast.
You're kind of like, you know what? Roll cool.
Roll
Did I have you roll cool? I did. Roll cool.
Roll cool. Oh no. Please. Please sidekick butt. Please sidekick butt.
Hey, look at that.
I got a 6. Because it's negative 1. I got a 6.
You're kind of freaking the fuck out.
Yeah,
it's
I am
very
freaking
obvious
the
this
fuck
dude
out.
wants something from you, and you really hate when people want things from you. So you're kind of like, you're starting to stumble, you're starting to hyperventilate, you can't really see straight, tunnel vision's getting to you, and you're not in a good position to...
Yeah, if this bastard punches me in the stomach, it's all coming out.
As you start freaking out, the dude picks up pace. He's making a beeline straight for you. What do you do?
I don't like this. Well, I'm gonna try to wiggle my way into the crowd. To try to, hide myself as best as I can.
Okay, so you want to be the mouse.
Yeah.
Right,
I'm not gonna fight this dude. I know I have a knife, but I'm not gonna... I don't think I want
This
to.
go knife is mint condition. You're not gonna ruin that.
Exactly.
Well, I should say sorry, because when you're prey, you gotta roll cool.
Sorry, bum bags.
Well,
I don't have any mercy for you.
Well,
So,
I've already decided my
what
path.
Are you trying to do? What are you trying to do when you are trying to run away?
Before I
You
roll?
said you're trying to go into the crowd.
Yeah,
but,
I'm trying to squeeze my way between people to kind of weave in and out to try to,
Right.
Get out of vision in the very least.
All right.
If I can't
go
do
ahead
much
and roll,
else.
to escape the hunter.
At least I kick butt.
One.
I'm praying. Don't do this to me. I'm about to fucking. I'm gonna lose my
Alright.
fucking shit if I get a fucking. Just a critical one on bolt. Yeah!
Damn, look at that. Alright,
Yes!
on a 10 plus, you escape clean and leave your hunter hunting.
Thank
Uh,
God.
so
You dissipate into thin air.
you push through your crowd, and you come out on the other side.
Oh, thank God.
Due to, like, I guess, happy, I don't know, happy coincidence that everybody was, like, kind of pushing you forward.
Oh, thank God.
You're out of sight, and the guy just can't see you completely. He kind of, like, well, you don't know. You don't know where he is, but you are out of sight.
I feel like I'm out of danger, and that's what counts.
You have essentially come up to the very front of Apom's establishment.
Nice.
To Giuseppe's pad. Before that, though, Wind,
Yes.
you as well are being followed by a man, and you're not holding your cool too good, but you aren't freaking the fuck out. What do? You're lugging this big kiln. You're kind of indisposed, but a man who looks a little too large to be a normal person is following.
Can I read a stitch? Or read a person?
You can read a stitch.
I meant read a person, but...
Well, that's an interaction. You'd have to talk to him.
Oh.
Read a stitch is for anything. Would you like to do that?
Could I ask what their intentions are if I do that?
No, that's a
well?
person. Read a stitch is, where's my best escape route, way in or way past? Which enemy is most vulnerable to me? Which enemy is the biggest threat? What should I be on the lookout for? Their true position, and who's in control.
Okay, read a stitch. Sounds good.
Alrighty?
So, let me look at my stat. Sharp is 0.
Hot damn.
Oh, damn.
Wow.
Okay.
Get to ask 3, and whenever you act on any of these answers that I give you, you get +1 forward. So you're the next, whatever you do in relation to the things I tell you, you get a +1 to that roll.
Alright. Let's think here. So, first off, where is my best escape route?
Your best escape route would be to duck immediately into the houses nearby. People are obviously in there, but you know that it'd probably be a lot more difficult for that dude to get in past you. And
Okay.
beyond there is a bit of a mystery, but you think that there's a straight shot to the boat, to the Exodia.
Okay.
Go ahead and ask 2 more.
I'm trying to open the read a stitch page.
It's page 30. That's where all the basic moves are.
Or if you've got the one that I linked, it's page 27, I think.
Oh?
On
Is there?
Chrome.
Oh, I guess we're working off different ones.
Yeah, you've got the MC version, and I've got the player book.
I've got. I think I've just got the one that also includes the faceless and stuff.
Oh, then then
that's
different.
the one that you've listed.
Right.
I
That's
did
all
not
right.
list that one. I list just the
Alright.
basic one.
Okay,
since...
just whenever I say a page number, just subtract a couple from it.
Want me to print screen and crop it?
No.
In fact, that might be a good idea.
There it is.
Oh, all right.
Alright. What's my enemy's true position?
Your enemy's true position. You'd say it's ahead of you. The guy who's following you is following you too quickly and too confidently to not have anyone who's also probably in your path.
This isn't a stitch, but can I ask how close he is to me currently?
Nope.
Damn it.
Sorry. Unless you what's the word? Unless you advance this move, then you could.
Ah.
If you advanced one of these like more knowledge moves, you could just ask any question. But otherwise, you're asking the ones on the list.
What should I be on the lookout for?
You should be on the lookout for... I'd say be on the lookout for open spaces.
Can I nonchalantly as possible kind of edge my way towards the houses?
Do you want to use a subterfuge move, like escape a hunter?
Not yet.
I mean, you can do that, but like you can edge towards it, but that's not like you're not doing anything particularly dramatically.
I know it's flavor, just some flavor.
All right, but yeah, sure. You can like you're starting to like kind of veer a little bit closer to the edge of the walkway. You're trying to like I'm just walking here.
I'm walking.
The man does see you starting to walk over there, and he's like, not so much a jog, but kind of a canter. You can hear heavy boots getting closer.
Can we continue until? Okay, what would I need to roll to like be able to tell when he's close enough behind me for me to grab my weapon and swing back?
Let's see. I think that'd be sucker someone.
Yeah,
Right.
that sounds like maybe.
Let me see where it is. Where is sucker? There it is. When you attack someone unsuspecting or helpless, ask me if you could miss.
Could I miss?
You could miss. If you could miss, treat it as going aggro, but your victim has no choice but to cave. So go ahead and roll aggro.
That would be hard.
Yep, that is rolling plus hard. I will say that because you know their true position, you're not too scared of just the one guy behind you. So take +1 on this. Good shit, good shit. So that's the whole thing?
Yep.
Okay. So go aggro. On a 7 or 9, okay, actually, what do you do, actually? Explain what you do.
Reach my dominant hand to my weapon, which is on my back, and in one semi-fell motion, pull it out and swing it behind me. Just like turn my entire body to swing it as hard as I can at them.
All right. It doesn't hit. They like kind of like lean the fuck back as you do, like, oh fuck shit, and they land flat on their ass. With you brandishing your fucking pickaxe like above your head. You're like, shit, what? Fuck, all right, shit, what?
What the fuck are you doing?
You play Minecraft?
So now you gotta make it clear what you want them to do and what you'll do.
You tell me what the fuck is going on, or your fucking stomach gets a hole in it.
I mean, he's starting to like scramble away a little bit. He's like, hey, I didn't mean nothing by it. We're just going the same way. I wasn't, fucking bye. And then he just takes off in the direction.
What?
How does he get up that fast?
I mean, people scramble. Fear, yeah.
You
You
don't-
freaked him the fuck out.
Listen,
You're like,
fear makes you
you're a-
very
you're a
fast.
You're a metal masked man fucking holding a pickaxe over his head. What do you think?
Yeah, that terrified me.
Yeah, you got the motherfucker off your back. What do you do now?
Congrats.
What I do now is I add an experience point.
Yes, you do. Everybody, do remember to do that when you roll good. Or roll anything that
That's
uses a
highlighted.
stat. Yep.
I'm not sure if I want to chase after him or not. Uh,
You do remember that you should be on the lookout for open spaces, and you are currently in a pretty open space.
Am I near an alleyway?
You
Or
are.
anything?
You're like right next to the houses you were talking about.
Can I just kind of make my way to the boat, but go through the houses? Not like through them, but like through their yards.
There's no
Or what
yards
could
here.
be a yard.
It's kind of like a bunch of shanties.
Well,
You can
yeah,
straight up-
just in between them, in between the shanties.
You can do your best. That means that lots of people are kind of getting a little pissed off because you're walking into their fucking houses and walking out, but
Trying
like
to
they don't
squeeze
pay
that.
enough attention to you to like get mad.
Trying to squeeze that kill in between places too.
Yeah, you're kind of like, fuck shit, ow, I'm sorry. I know I broke your doorknob off, please. But yeah, you make it far enough that you make it to the boat as soon as Seth does as well. Seth looking a bit worse for wear, but a little bit all right. Like better now that he successfully got away from the dude. You see in the distance a man who is not charging, but kind of barreling a little bit towards them, and you see several figures in the doorway of Apom's establishment. Back to Apom, though.
Oh no.
You do hear a large cacophony of boots hitting the, or feet hitting the plastic and wood. Your would-be not assaulters, your aggressors, do completely take their attention off of you in that moment. You have some folks who are not looking at you. What do you do? It lets you do anything that is not a move, just whenever. It is like, if you're trying to manipulate something, or make something work, or operate something, that's what it would be. You could also think of it as like trying to hide or make yourself scarce. I think Fredboat died, so
Redboat's always dead.
I mean, it's only so many songs. I'll have to look some more to try to make a longer playlist.
You could always send me the playlists, and I could just combine them on YouTube.
I don't want to, because I want them for particular things.
Oh, you know what?
Is,
Understandable.
I know this one is labeled underwater tense, but I'll just use it for tense situations. I've got troubled waters.
We're underwater.
Yeah, we're underwater right now. I mean, wind definitely was.
Definitely make a little sort of noise to attract people down. How so? Attract people down here.
Apom just screams help after tugging up the counter.
Oh, poor Apom, poor Gestapo. Giuseppe.
Giuseppe.
It's Giuseppe. You think I can word?
Let's call him Gazpacho.
Oh no, I was looking at my chart. Because I've been writing things down here and there too, and I looked at 3 different words.
You're writing everyone's name down but misspelled.
Yeah, exactly.
The pennies did a number to your hearing.
Oh fuck. Yeah, the pennies that I myself ate.
Why would you smash the bottle on the wall? You smash it on their head for maximum effect.
So what you mean is you figure that people are coming in, and you want to make a aggressive sounding noise, so whoever's coming in knows that shit's going down. Is that what you mean? Okay. Yeah, go ahead and act under fire, and we will determine how well that goes. You could sucker someone like that, or you could just fucking attack, exchange some harm. Good shit. Good shit. Always remember, of course, that there are also the raw combat moves and all that, like assault to secured position, seize something by force, defend something you hold, stuff like that.
Ooh.
Hot damn. Good job.
Did really good.
Alright, so you grab the bottle that you had just poured the dude. Gosh dang. You fling it and you smash it next to your back door. They can't see you or nothing, but they like immediately turn to the smashing sound and they figure, God fucking damn it, he fucking left. And immediately the main one motions to the two others to run out the back door and try to fucking they'd have one of them haul out the back door to try to see where you. The other two immediately God shit, what am I gonna fucking? And they start to bring their attention back to the front when Seth, the crowd shoves you bodily through the front door.
Nice.
And Wind, you get caught up in this too. You're both immediately kind of propelled into the establishment with a guy who is turning in your direction with his pretty gross looking bat out. What do you
Only a bat, fucking idiot.
It's it's a metal bat. Don't be mean.
Am I allowed to know the stats, or is that something that I'd have to use insight on?
If he hits you with it, you'll know.
Okay, you know what? Understandable. You know what? I can't fight that. Can't fight that.
Whoever wants to go, do whatever the fuck you want.
Do I still have my pick equipped? Or
you have your pick in your hand. You never let go.
How long is the bat? Is the bat only hand length, I guess?
Yeah, bat is hand.
Bat is hand, okay.
That's pretty much every
melee? Okay. I didn't know if there were
unless it's
specifics.
unless it's a needle or something, then that's intimate.
Okay. Okay, so chances are this man's not gonna throw it. But I don't know. Please don't throw it at me.
You have the gamut of everything you got. I invite you to go for it.
Oh, jeez.
First. I'm gonna throw you under the bus for this, pal, sorry.
Oh, understandable.
What's going on?
He's gonna throw me.
Let's go first.
Oh, okay. But yeah, you've got two dudes. One guy's got a bat, the other dude's got a machete-looking thing. Made out of
Ooh.
corrugated iron.
I see that and I instantly want it.
I'm obviously gonna freak out.
Okay. Alright. Sure.
That's gonna be my spoils of lore tonight, lads.
But yeah. You know what? I'm gonna do this. Make this a little simpler for us instead of having to look through the book.
Okay, yeah, because I was about to go look at the things for gangs, because
Is that
got this group here. Go ahead and copy that link in the.
Alright, my loyal followers, beat the shit out of these random men.
I sadly have not. I have used all of my frenzy moves at this moment.
Yep, currently the mob is immune to whatever the fuck you want to do.
Okay, so they are on cooldown.
Yeah, if only you had that move advanced on the first session, then that would have done some crazy shit. But nah. Okay, I'm gonna get the battle moves up right now.
Which one was... I'm looking at right now. Is by force. I'm still kind of thinking about what I want to do, because...
Well, currently they're technically your cult. This is going to be your starting cult.
Nice.
So
two of them will stay.
Yeah.
Anyway.
God, I'd hope so anyway.
You can do things with your cult.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I can seize by force.
Let's see.
I don't know what what I would get from that. I'd probably get
Your
very
cult currently
bad.
counts as I'll say a small gang. Let's see, gang combat. Gotta check this shit.
Oh, there it is.
Gangs and harm. Do. Yeah, I'd say that since this is essentially your cult right now, you could like have them fight these dudes, and I'd call it like a 2-harm cult.
Oh, jeez.
Mostly because like it's only 2 dudes versus like 30.
30, jeez. I didn't know I grabbed in that many people.
Yeah, you got a pretty sizable amount.
Wow. That's more than you
When
start
I said
out
like
with.
it was a crowd, and I was like kind of tentatively saying like stampede, just saying.
Oh yeah, crowd means like, I don't know, not that many people to me.
A crowd is like, what? 0 people?
Yeah, right?
But yeah,
Hey.
you do essentially have that as an option. Otherwise, you could do things yourself.
God, I'd like to use that as an option. I know poor old Rusty's freaking us shit out. Don't know what the fuck to do about this. He sees one man with a bat, one man with what'd you say the other guy had? A machete?
Machete.
Yep, a machete made out of like kind of gnarly looking iron.
Yeah, and geez, that looks mean. For one. For two, there's a broken glass on the wall. I don't know if that's in my view or not.
You can see the smashed up glass.
Okay, I can see the smashed up glass. Can I see Apom?
Nope.
No, okay.
He is
Apom.
currently hiding underneath the bar,
Okay,
but you don't know that.
So the bar is not in position for me to see behind it. Okay.
Nope.
Oh shit.
Fuck my Minesweeper game. Fuck, that wasn't going on for a while.
Can I leave?
I guess like start like crossing things out. Like, do you want to hurt them?
Can
Do
I
you
leave?
want to like? Do you want to? Do you what?
Can I just
I mean, you
slowly
could.
back out and be like, oh shit, well,
I mean, you could.
then I'd have to go deal with that other dude behind me.
I will say that the crowd is like, they're trying to make their way in.
You know what?
They
yeah.
don't know the danger, so you're not going to be able to get out through the front door.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna ask my group for backup on this, because this looks pretty mean.
So you're going to like step aside and try to let the gang in and be like, there's a fucker here!
Hey guys,
There are 2 single fuckers!
I promise you're gonna eat that. I will eat that machete if you guys come on in here and beat the shit out of these people.
I wanted that.
Alright, the dudes stream in. Like almost immediately as you say, like, hey, I'm gonna eat that man if you get him for me. They stop trying to shove past each other, and they go single file so good,
Nice.
like right in there.
Didn't even have
And
to
they
fucking
like
roll.
they all pile in. I'll say they're attacking one dude in particular. How about the dude with the machete?
Yeah, he's
let
gonna
me
be the
see.
worst one to fight, because that machete is more than likely gonna do more damage than the bat.
I think that.
Do I have to roll hard?
Let me check. There's a size mismatch. Would you be a part of this game?
I try to be out as much as possible, but, you know,
So you're like,
if I need to.
so you're present, but not like.
In the fight, yeah.
Okay, so all right.
But do I need to roll for them?
No, this
No,
is
okay.
probably exchanging harm. But there is a roll in regards to that. Check.
Okay.
Not chaotic free for all. You know what? Actually, maybe seize something by force.
Yeah, that's what I was.
And you're using
Maybe.
your dudes, and you're trying to like get a hold of the fucker. So go ahead and
Seizing a man by force.
roll plus hard, and you're exchanging harm.
Oh, please. Please. Sidekick bot. Give me at least a 7.
That is.
I got an 8. It's a hard one.
Thank
you, Sidekick Butt.
On a 7 or 9, you choose 2 of these.
Thank you.
You inflict terrible harm, +1 harm. Suffer little, -1. You take definite and undeniable control, or it is safe, secure, and undamaged. You choose 2 of those.
I'm going to inflict some terrible harm, for one.
Okay.
Like, I don't like these dudes. They're just
Alright.
mean. I'm gonna probably impress, dismay, or frighten my enemy. I'm gonna impress and frighten.
This is seized by force.
Yeah, that's what I'm reading. Under.
No, I'm seeing... You're looking at defend. Seized by force is the one on the bottom left of what I'm looking at.
Let me look at this.
It is in the assault and hold moves. Are you seeing it?
I'm clicking through the links. Very hard to.
Here, I can grab this link and repaste it. Should it be this one? Bottom left of this one.
Oh yeah, that looks very different than what I have.
Oh, weird.
Because I
what are you
have
looking
seize
at?
by force to see something by force, exchange harm, but first roll plus hard on a 10, choose 3, on a 7 to 9, choose 2, on a miss, choose 1. You inflict terrible harm, +1 harm. You suffer little harm, -1 harm. You take definite and undeniable control of it, and you impress, dismay, or frighten your enemy in the rulebook.
What are you... Could you give me the link for the thing you're using to look at?
It is on page 29.
Weird.
And that's from the website, so...
Yeah, that's a little weird, ain't it? 29. Interesting. Tactical. Laid on fire, stand overwatch. Let me reference
I'm
this.
gonna paste and go and look at this and then zoom in so I can read it. I like to be able to read this small font.
Uh,
I guess take control then, if we're going by what you've got. I'd like to take control as
yeah, I
well.
think mine's just got like a slight difference. Because of... You know, I think that it's fine to like straight up like interchange them. It makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, like, it is safe and secure. It makes more sense for defend something. So
Yeah.
that's kind of... Alright, we'll just switch those two. Yeah, you impress and dismay. So
Yeah,
you
I'm gonna
hurt them real
fucking-
hard, but you're good with taking the damages, though.
Yeah.
Is what you're saying. And you don't want definite control of it.
Oh, I want to impress them. Be like, oh shit, what the fuck? This
Okay,
dude's got all that?
So,
I mean, I don't know. I'd be
your
impressed.
dudes roll
if
over
he
the
can-
guy like a fucking wave. And, like, they don't have weapons or anything, but they beat the ever-living fuck out of him.
Good shit. Oh.
Your gang takes 2 harm.
Our poor gang.
Which sucks a little bit. That involves a possible couple fatalities. So a couple folks are probably like cut too bad by his machete as he swung around.
Wow, he did all that. Amazing.
I mean, like, it's not hard to hit folks when they're all around you and you're swinging
That's
for your
true.
damn life.
True.
But you have essentially seized by force. Like, it's not definite control, but they're holding him down now. Some folks are laying dead on the ground. Some others are, like, cut up real bad.
Man, and I wanted to avoid this.
But one dude's, like, kind of fucked up. Let's see. The dude is, like...
He's still alive.
He's like kind of just babbling, like, "Hey, fuck, no, please, no, don't. I didn't mean it. Please don't." They're kind of still beating him a little bit, but not enough to like fuck him up too. So you have inflicted, 3 harm on this guy.
Jeez.
God, he's immediately at 9 o'clock. Yeah, he knows he's fucking.
Oh,
He knows he's beat.
Whoops, I didn't mean
The
that
other
hard,
guy-
guys.
The other guy, though, like,
Jeez.
he's like, there's nowhere for this guy to go, really. Your crowd's kind of in the way of the back door. The only way through is the front door, so he eyes you, Wind, but you get the first move. You're in the way of the door. What do you do?
What is his current position?
He's where the band would be playing.
No, what's his stance? What's his stance?
He's got his bat raised, and he's looking straight at you.
Like above his head?
Yes.
Oh, wait.
I mean, not like above, more like, kind of, baseball stance-ish, except he could run forward and smack you.
Yeah, the Constanza pose.
That is to say, he's ready to bust some heads if he wants to get at it. So, what do you...
I'm going to look at my...
Yeah, Stanza, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't make me fucking do this.
Okay, while you do that, I'll do the permission stuff.
So... Hand range, armor piercing, 2 harm. So, it doesn't matter if I go hard or cool. Would this be under fire?
Doing what?
Basically a counter. I want to hit him before he can hit
That'd be exchanging harm. If
So-
you attack someone and you're not doing any particular move, that's just exchanging harm.
Let me see the power.
You could call it single combat because nobody else is fighting with him. You would roll hard, and you could choose +1 or -1 harm until either of you decide to not keep fighting. How do you feel about that?
Come again?
When you can do single combat. Basically, you would roll plus hard, and you could choose stuff like between like inflict harm and take little harm, and this would keep going until like either of you back down.
Okay. So... And you said we're allowed to aim for specific spots and try and do that cool shit, right?
You can say that you want to. It'll essentially just do the harm shit.
Right.
I won't. I'm not doing like. I don't think I'm gonna do like the damage rules.
No, of course. But I mean, like, I want to be able to fucking cripple someone with this pickaxe. If need
By
be.
the time they get to like 9 harm, I could start saying like they're starting to get fucked up. And here's how it's gonna go, I guess. I'm rarely ever going to say like that something has happened too much for you not to be able to do this until the combat is over, and then I'll say like, the adrenaline's worn off, you can't keep going.
Okay.
This is something that happens in the moment, and until the moment is over, you'll keep doing what you're doing.
So, single combat.
You would roll hard.
Ooh.
That's a +1,
Okay.
right?
Yeah, I added the +1 to it already.
Okay.
So, 7.
So choose you inflict terrible harm or you suffer little harm. Remember that you have armor.
By terrible harm, does that mean I don't do a lot of harm, or I do a lot of harm?
Terrible harm is you do more harm. Like, it's terrible for them.
Terrible harm. And my weapon is a 2 harm weapon, armor piercing.
Yep, so that's going to go right through. He didn't have any particular armor, so that's whatever. Okay, so you drop you don't drop. You set your crucible down, like, out of the way of the door, and you take kind of a combat position, like, arms held out, pickaxe in your right hand, and the dude is just kind of, like, heavily breathing, like, with his, like, the bat, and he starts coming at you. Like, he rushes immediately forward, but you duck pretty good, Um, the end of the bat strikes your temple, but in your upswing, you catch him underneath the rib.
Ooh.
It takes a moment
Okay.
for you to yank it out, but when you can hear a terrible wheezing. And he immediately collapses to his knees and is like, "I'm out."
Oh god, so is he in mine now?
He can't flee. He can't fight on. He submits to your mercy. He's on the ground on his knees, holding his chest, trying to breathe.
God, when?
Okay.
The other man is on the ground, being held by a bunch of vaguely crazed normal citizens, and when the other dude like kind of comes back through the back door and is like, "Hey, I didn't see."
God.
And he closes the door.
No, before he closes the door, do I have
Okay.
time to grab the bat and chuck it at him?
You do. Go ahead and just roll hard, I guess.
Yeah, okay. Just fucking.
Fuck me.
Wow.
What?
Wow.
All right.
Joe struggles as I become too powerful.
We'll call this defend something you hold.
Defending my
So with that,
victim.
with that 10, you can choose two of these. You inflict terrible harm, suffer little harm, you hold it decisively, or you impress, dismay, or frighten. I will say that you don't exchange harm for this, though. You just do.
Oh yeah, so I do harm to him, and I absolutely want to fucking frighten this man.
Okay, so you hit him real hard and you frighten. Okay.
God.
He is scared.
So, okay, you yank that bat out of and you chuck it, and it smacks the dude square in the neck.
Oh,
And he's
Jesus.
like, and then he closes the door, and you hear someone stumbling
God.
into the distance.
We did too damn much.
Wind, you did a lot.
What?
So, let me think quick.
Oh.
Jesus.
Yeah, Jesus.
You have a man on the ground, and you have a man on his knees.
Wait.
Pigeon, you gotta call this off. They're too powerful.
Do remember, though, Wind, you did take 2 harm, or no, you took 1 harm from that.
I should probably mark that down.
So you are currently at 3 o'clock.
Shit. Oh yeah, should I mark for my followers their harm as well, or?
You rolled hard, right?
Yeah, I did.
Oh,
Oh.
you can just, like, you don't have to mark it on a clock or nothing.
Okay.
No, nobody has moves. It's just if you want to do something. Shit got finished too quickly for them to do anything, though, so...
Can I break his ankles?
What?
Can I break this man's ankle?
If you want to be fucked up, go for it, but give me a second, please. You have 2 men. One's on the ground being held by a bunch of dudes, and he's not moving. The other dude is on his knees trying to breathe.
Am I allowed to roll cool?
Apom, do you want to come out?
Can I roll cool to keep from panicking about the situation?
You feel pretty good about this.
I don't feel very good about it.
You just ordered a bunch of people for the
I don't feel very
good
about that.
Oh, okay.
Joe, I don't feel very good about doing this. This is what I wanted to avoid doing. That's why I did get my knife out earlier.
Decide for yourself if you're cool. Otherwise, you can interact with the other characters to determine what the fuck's going on.
Wow, I kept my cool. God.
I got a 7. So, like, these dudes are, like, just on the ground for a bit. Everybody's catching their breath. One of them can't catch their breath. Apom pops out.
God.
Hey, fellow gamers.
You guys playing Fortnite? Weird. God. God.
Can I see if this man has anything interesting on him?
He's got his weapon.
No, I chucked that weapon.
You chucked. Oh right, you.
Yeah.
Oh no, you chucked it, but it's not gone. It landed like in front.
Right. Anything of value besides the clothes off his back, unless those are valuable.
I think between the two of them, they've got one jingle, and then a list. But I'm gonna let Apom say whatever he wants to say. A ceasefire? I don't think anybody's like firing anymore.
Yeah.
The firing died down when you fucking won.
Yeah, that went pretty quickly.
People are already gonna die, Apom. It's too
Otherwise,
late.
if you do want to say stuff, just say it. If you want to do something, just do it.
God, yeah, one man is for sure going to die.
I'll take that bat.
It's for a fact going to die. Well, we have another dude just in the countdown.
The bat is just straight up a 2 harm close. If you gave a shit about that.
Dual wield.
No.
No.
Gonna become fucking Zorro.
Yeah.
Hold the machete in your mouth.
That thing's gone. Sorry to say, it went into Ressi's mouth. It's gone.
Bung nods, kind of a little disturbed at the bloodshed that just happened so quick. In fact, like, as he's going out, he kind of like picks up the kind of quote unquote worse for wear dead bodies of the few followers, and kind of just you hear a splash outside as he leaves.
Oh.
He does manage to catch up with the dude who is similarly trying to catch his fucking breath through probably a broken pipe. And he kind of just dumps him next to the dude who's like on his knees.
God, what? That's just horrible. Put him next to the one that's really going to die for sure.
I mean
he
like,
has
you don't know. They're fucked up, but they could survive if they had medical attention.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure a pickaxe into the rib cage would probably,
Yeah, they probably don't have long. If we're
just stick a few pennies in there.
Yeah, they're probably gonna die.
So, do as you will.
God.
Spend barter now.
Can I pay these people to forget what they saw today?
I think it's a little late.
Yeah. You have
what do you want to spend that barter on? Is the question.
Bribing these 2 dying men.
I don't think you need a bribe anymore.
Yeah, I think they're all. I think
you're
under
I think
control.
you got all the bribe you want in the whole we won't kill you right now option.
We can get that liquor back out of that man's stomach.
He took.
I mean,
Well,
it's not digested
Jesus,
yet.
dude.
It was expensive liquor, okay?
Yeah,
Fuck,
they've
man.
already got the best stuff out for him.
Fuck.
Listen, there's not much of that shit left anymore.
Listen, I'm pretty sure one of us has an extra bottle on hand.
I wanted to put some bottles aside for like.
Just saying, if there was like any time to start like interrogating or opening brains or being a fucking bastard, now is the
I will open my brain. Maybe.
For what particular reason?
Let me look at this.
Okay. I will not tell someone not to open their brains, but I would say, like, have it be in interesting situations or for interesting reasons.
Don't literally do it now. Begging you.
What?
Don't literally open someone's brain.
There will be 3 dying men soon after I finish opening my brain.
I mean,
Wynn has already shown himself to be bloodthirsty. You nearly killed that man in the market.
Tit for tat.
But if you do want to open your brain, you can. Hey, just go for it. I ain't gonna fucking say no. You may want to manipulate. I'd say. I mean, it depends.
I'm not gonna be able to manipulate unless it's fucking plus. Unless I get a bonus for fucking causing this man such terrible
I guess it
harm.
depends on what you want to manipulate them for.
Uh,
Yeah, if you want to open your brain.
Info. I don't think there's much of a reason to just yet.
I'll
I mean,
fucking
like-
do it.
Hey, just saying, fucking go for it. It means I get to ask
Alright.
questions and shit.
Seduce this dying man.
Where is
I mean,
the...
I could open my brain.
There it is.
Okay, what questions would you ask? Like, what
Yeah.
would that do for me?
I would probably ask about you, your place in the world, your past.
Okay.
What you would get is insight, even vague insight, into the situation, the world itself, and sometimes the people in that world. As it says, on a hit, I tell you something weird, new, and interesting.
Thank you.
That's a plus
Okay.
3, so you got a hit.
No, is it +3 for weird?
It's roll plus weird. You have plus 3.
No, I have
No,
+2
yeah,
for
he's
weird.
got +2.
Okay.
He did
And
choose
I-
the deep
I-
insights.
I added that too.
Oh right,
already.
you still got 10.
No, I added the 2 in the equation.
Yeah, so
Oh.
he's got 8. See, it's-
Okay, so I'll just give you an impression.
Okay.
All right. The adrenaline pumping through you, like you're starting to come down from it. You just hurt a man real bad. You might have killed 1 or 2 of them. You sit down on one of the chairs, and you just kind of like, what do you think opening the brain means for you? What do you think your process is to make yourself vulnerable to this omnipresent thing?
Thinking about the current situation and how I could use it to my advantage. Just in any way.
I mean
any
more
way.
metaphysically.
Um,
Like when Lug Pumper opens his brain, how does he like visualize that?
Oh, jeez.
poorly drawn schematics.
Okay. So when he does that, he sort of focuses on sort of mechanical, like he focuses and he imagines the world as a series of like mechanics that work together.
He imagines the world through seeing everything is a cog in this weird, wide, wacky machine,
Okay.
and he wants to know which cog did he just fucking destroy.
I'll interpret that as like, so you sit there and you kind of like lean back in a chair and you close your eyes and you start to like kind of mentally sketch the world. And as you do that, things become clearer. You get a sort of a vague vision. You see what looks like a chess piece that, for whatever reason, you can tell just your boat.
You
And
cut
then
out there.
Oh, what?
You cut out there. You just a chess piece at your boat.
You see what looks like a small, like a game piece that looks a lot like
okay.
your boat.
Ah, yeah.
And all around it are diametrically colored pieces, each more strangely threatening than the last. You don't see their shapes, but you know that they're there, and you know that every passing turn, every small move that your piece makes, they get closer. And then you come back to reality.
Okay.
Seth and Apom, what are y'all doing? Y'all don't know that? You just saw that he kind of like did a weird dozy off.
Yeah, all I saw was, well, he's gonna take a nap. Alright. My
I mean,
leg's
no
taking
better,
a
no
nap.
better time than when you just fucking massacred some enemies, I guess.
Fucking right.
You gotta sleep on your victories.
God. God. I feel like rolling for cool again.
Why?
Just
For
to
what?
chill out.
Do remember that when you just do your little rolls, they're not like stuff that you can get off experience.
Yeah, I know. I wouldn't get
I
anything
gotta
from
call
cool
for it.
anyway, so.
That's fair. I do hope some people have been getting some stuff. I didn't remember exactly what everyone had marked, so I didn't really tailor shit all that hugely.
Mm. You've tailored shit pretty well for me, personally.
Yeah.
2 circles. That's good for a first thing.
4 circles.
I've got one.
I'll have to think about that in the future. Play things more to your styles a little bit.
God. The bot has been very
This is
nice,
essentially
though.
the last chance for y'all to do some things before I'll say the session's probably going to end.
I'd like to know why the fuck they're here with their weapons brandished, because we just kind of walked in.
Well, if you want to know, you can ask.
I want to ask. What do I need to roll anything to ask?
You just do
Or
it.
Can I just say,
You do it.
What the hell are you guys doing here?
The guy freaked the fuck out on the ground. Is like, BG, we're supposed to like kind of axe you.
Axe is what?
Sorry, I'm
Is
sorry.
this-
I'm
is
so
this-
fucking sorry.
is this-
I
is this
didn't
axe?
wanna. I would have told him no, but he would have. You can't say no to BG. You know.
No, hold on. What did you guys axe? What'd you guys have to axe me?
As I look at is
What?
this axe like progressively
He
keep looking at my pickaxe.
What do you fuck? What? No, not axe. Axe.
Oh.
Ask.
Assy?
Ask.
Kill you. Axe you.
Oh.
Give you
Feel ya.
concrete shoes.
Oh well,
You know,
you did
die?
shitty. You did a shitty job there. I gotta say, you could have done better.
Thanks for the review. I'll keep that in mind for the future. If y'all just let me, just leave.
No. Hey,
You just
I vote we
hey,
give him
you got
concrete
anything good in your
shoes.
pocket? Hey, you got anything good in your pocket?
yeah. Everything I had, that guy just took, and he like motions to Rusty or not Lug or to Lug Pumper.
Motherfucker.
I didn't get to mention it earlier, but you found 2 things, which was enough for 1 barter, and a list.
Hey,
On
look.
that list is each of you, and as well as Grandma, and a bunch of different names. Most of them you don't recognize.
Question.
Good voice.
I'm well aware Wind can read. Can our
think-
characters read?
I think that's up to you. Wind could probably read because that's involved in a lot of like schematic shit and learning all that stuff.
Yeah, it makes sense for him to be able to read.
Depends on all y'all how you want to say. The main deck, there's nothing really out there. Your crew was kind of like had kind of slipped out the back a little earlier than like some bullshit happened, so they're kind of just standing there taking a smoke. And they look to you, I guess, for reassurance. Kind of like, is everything all right? Is it all taken care of?
Question. What would I have to roll to swallow the machete?
No.
You should go
No,
down
no,
first.
tell me, what do I need to roll?
The machete's not copper.
It's edible.
In as
Listen.
far as sharp objects are... Okay, give me a second. But yeah, there's nothing keeping you from setting sail.
Other than these
In
bodies.
fact, like,
Cleaning
shit,
up.
there was like, the commotion and the noise. It sounds pretty fair that y'all might not want to fucking stick around. If you wanted to eat the machete, like, just, what, whole? I don't think your, like, throat could take that.
But I promised the people. I promised
You
them.
promised the people to eat the man.
And the machete. Both.
You guys in the war.
Your gang instantly leaves.
Okay,
Not
y'all see
Titans.
what, Giuseppe says?
I don't think sticking around here is a good idea. It's fair.
Alright.
That, I think, yeah, that was more to the band than anyone else, but they're like, alright, like, just say when. They start to, like, they don't go in just yet, but I think that the crowd is, like, kind of having second thoughts about the eating a man and his weapons. Partly because they don't want you dead just yet.
Just yet.
And they're like, I don't think we should let him. Actually, wait.
Oh,
is
thank
he
God.
like not? I didn't think about this earlier. Is he just not right in the
Thank
head?
God.
Should we let him kind of just do things? I think he needs, like, someone to keep him from doing that kind of
I'm
shit.
glad somebody's looking out for poor old Rusty.
It seems that they're trying to, like, come to a decision on, like, they're pretty sure you shouldn't eat a man, and they're pretty sure you shouldn't eat a weapon.
Well, I'm glad that's, despite everything, despite the apocalypse and everything, we've still decided cannibalism is wrong.
Yeah, that's a pretty general thing. Yeah, it seems they've lost interest in the idea of you eating some weird bullshit at the moment.
And understandable. We just saw, like, 2 people get the shit beat out of them.
The only thing left to do is probably to either talk to these men, decide what to do with them, or let them go.
Yeah, I guess.
You could always, like, when you talk to them, you could always roll moves and shit.
Guess, Apom, it's your boat. You get to decide, huh?
Are you gonna tell him? Are you gonna defer to?
I'm thinking
Giuseppe?
about it. I'm thinking
Alright.
about it. Yeah. I'm gonna let Apom type, see what they're saying. What was that? I just heard, oh.
What's that?
I just heard, oh.
Weird.
Depart now. Who will be on the boat, and will they all be willing passengers? That's understandable. That's a good
If
question.
you were to leave now, if you were to leave immediately right now, you would have the 3 people. I would call them captives. Depends on how much you would want to, like, invest in their survival, but one of them would definitely die without any help.
Just give me one more cool move and I can get life support.
Anyway, you would have 25 civilians, your crew, your bouncer, and your other players. So you're thinking of keeping them captive.
Alright, that means we need to give one of them medical attention. Actually, we need to give 2 of them medical attention.
I'd say the pierced man more than the, like, throat smashed man.
And
I
also
don't
the
think there's
dude on
anything
the
you could
ground
do
who
for
got the
throat.
shit beat out of him.
Yeah, right. That's fair. Do you, how about, where would y'all put... I mean, they're obviously probably a threat to y'all if they're just left to their devices.
Put them in the cooler.
Put him in the cooler, boss.
Jesus.
Hey, put him in Lug's room.
I mean, I probably have enough fucking wire to hog tie them all.
God.
The question is, do I know how?
I'd say so. I'm gonna assume, I don't know. Those spaces that can't jump off the ship and swim away.
Tie bricks to their ankles, so if they try to swim, they'll fucking sink. Make it so they can't swim.
I'd say, I mean, you probably have like sleeping areas, but if you were to have these dudes on your ship, you'd have to have them kind of in those sleeping areas. They're not like rooms or anything. It's more like kind of a bunch of like cots and shit.
Yeah, this isn't the fucking Branson Bell showboat. I had the chance to see that thing and I didn't get it. I didn't get to go see it. Gosh, thinking about it, this is a pretty good boat to handle all these people.
It's big. That's why you need 3 separate propellers to like move it at all, and you don't move very fast.
Jeez.
But yeah, all right. It seems that y'all have come to an idea that you're going to keep them on. You're going to, I guess, what are you going to tie them up on like cots or what?
They don't need legs.
I mean, you're going to have to tie them up or lock them up somehow.
Hey, I don't know how to tie a knot.
I do.
Hey, Lug. Hey, Lug.
Eh,
Yeah, teach me how to tie a knot.
Poor
maybe
Rusty.
later.
Rusty don't know shit.
Sad.
Yeah, sad.
Okay.
Sounds good.
With that, I'll say y'all make way to shove off from this place. And that ends our session.
Wait,
Good session.
let's just talk about shit before we actually leave, because I'm making something and I want this to finish before we end this.
Making what?
We'll see.
An image.
I mean, like,
I feel it.
oh, all right.
I feel it in my bones. That's what's
You
going
are
on.
absolutely right, Seth.
Thank God. Oh, I hope Sidekick Bot continues to play nice with us. Even if it did not play nice for Apalm that one moment.
There were a couple moments where it didn't play nice. There's like at least 2 or 3.
Yeah, 2 or 3. But for the most part, like, 7s are very good. Like, I know they're just like the okay option, but it's like, that's a lot better than a miss. That is a good idea.
That's a good idea.
Don't want Grandma getting killed unsuspectedly.
I assume it's like pretty simple to like find one of Grandma's gang, and then say like, "Hey, get this to Grandma."
Yeah, I turn over to the crowd and go,
Hey, any of you guys know like a grandma?
I guess after discussing it or something. I don't know. Actually, you know what? Cross that out. I wouldn't know. Hey, Rusty wouldn't know.
Rusty don't know shit.
Yeah, Rusty doesn't know shit. All he knows is eating. That's all he knows. Eating and yelling. As proven by tonight's session.
All right. They nod and head off. Alrighty. And with that, that ends our first session.
Oh, that's a good session.
I'll call it We'll find out what to call this campaign.
Things got a little heated.
Lug fucking kills a bunch of people unmercifully.
Yeah, Lug's
it
gonna
is.
fucking bloodthirst.
I will note, pretty quick to go into the fuck them up territory.
Yeah.
Granted, they were aggressive, so hey, I ain't giving you shit.
God.
With that, we go to end of session rules.
Hey, I feel like I would know wind a lot better. I'm just gonna say.
So we will go in a circle.
Gee. What the fuck?
Check. Okay, so Apom, who do you think knows you better after today? Give your reasoning, of course, if you'd like. I know you didn't get much interaction too much with the other characters, but you did at the very least, like, they do know that you were behind that counter for most of the actual kerfuffle.
Yeah, you got to at least hear Lug kill a man almost.
Yeah, the knowledge that, like, you might be involved in some shit that's going to get them in danger is certainly a thing. So, Seth, go ahead and do +1 with Giuseppe.
So I would be at 2 then.
Yep.
Not me though.
No, it's one person per person. Sadly, if you want them to go up, then you could start like attacking them.
Jeez.
Who knows Rusty better?
Well, guess that would be Apom. Guess if
Apom is rusty.
this character like heard the commotion and could put 2 together that that's from me.
Oh, that fucker's coming again.
Yeah, oh, that motherfucker.
That is fair. You know that you can bring the fucking people.
Yeah.
All right, Apom, +1 with Rusty. And finally, who you are at +4? Yep, you reset and mark an experience. And Wind. Who knows Lug Pumper better now?
I would say that man whose fucking lung I ruptured, but I don't think that's too helpful right now.
Not really.
I would say Seth. Just fucking.
Of the 2 people, Seth did have Rusty did have like the
Rusty.
best watch of like.
Yeah.
Saw you, dude.
Good, yes, I
saw
did.
the most.
The most horrifying fucking thing in my life to this point.
Yeah, Rusty saw like how fucking violent you can get immediately.
Good.
So...
Okay, well I'm marking experience then.
Oh, cool. That's a +4 at that point then.
Yeah.
All right. Remember to
Go
reset
back
it to
one.
+1.
So do I mark that or Seth?
Seth does because Rusty knew you better.
All right.
Nobody really. Yeah, you didn't learn too much about too many, unfortunately. But you did get like 4 fucking experience bubbles, so be happy.
Yeah.
Everyone else is kind of having to catch up. How is everyone looking at the end of this anyway?
I have 2 experience.
All right.
Didn't do anything weird. Other
Yeah,
than that one
when
time.
was that?
Oh wait,
When
yeah, I
was that
did.
for?
I did Frenzy.
You did Frenzy.
Uh,
Yep. And Apom has 3. So at the end, it's looking pretty good. I hope y'all had a good bit of fun there.
did.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna cry.
So do you want this to be a weekly thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
If possible, yeah.
Yeah, that gives me plenty of time to think and shit.
All right. Let's chit chat for a bit after because I'm not done yet.
Good.
Okay, sure.
I hate
should
how
probably start writing up
bloodthirsty Lug is. Fucking- I'm sitting here joking about eating people and, you know, oh yeah, the fucking iron in your blood, ha ha ha, rusty, ha ha ha. No, Wayne just goes straight for somebody's goddamn neck. The moment he
You're
gets.
coming right at me. I mean, that guy wasn't. The others were.
And he was doing this thing the whole time with a fucking kiln on his back.
Now you set it down.
Are you sure?
Yeah?
Yeah, Joe said that I set it down eventually.
Okay. Good.
I was thinking about one option. I was thinking about was basically while that guy was charging me, because I said I had the kiln in my backpack, didn't I?
Yeah, I think I remember us saying that.
I guess you did.
Fitting it in as much as
I
possible.
I was thinking, what if I did like a plus cool or something to whip my back around to use the kiln to block his attack, but then I was like, nah, I'm just gonna fucking
Yeah, no, you
deck
get one
him.
action, you get one moves, and that's the thing. Can't combine them, unfortunately.
Sad.
Yeah. Well,
Alright,
turning
let's-
around to use that as a block, basically.
Yeah. Do you remember all the pluses to barter a couple y'all got from doing your various bullshit? Or minuses to barter, if you were wind and bought a kiln?
Yep.
Yeah.
I got barter. I improved my barter by 1.
Good shit.
Most of it I ate. You know, I'm not going hungry anytime soon.
Understandable.
+2 since you didn't get anything. Yeah. You're down that fancy wine though, unfortunately. Sad. Yeah, exactly. And we lost it. We can't drink that in celebration anymore. Sad. Not like there's anything to celebrate here, like... We almost killed like 2 people and seriously injured another. Jeez. Learned Wind has a real bad lust for blood over there.
Lug does.
Lug. Fucking lug. God. Most of this session, Giuseppe was fucking harassed and hiding. The poor dude.
True.
Sad.
Alright, here it is.
I like it.
The fuck?
We're still recording, right?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, I won't stop recording till we're like, okay, yeah, we're done.
Yeah, I like how this.
God.
Yeah, wow, we have a fucking artist on our team, huh?
No, I used stock art.
I mean, we have a
No,
couple
no.
artists, actually. I'm dumb. Fucking
Yeah.
several of y'all are all artist people.
No, this is stock art. I just changed the colors and added the eyes.
That's still art.
If you say.
Bro, Jimmy T for Mario wearing a Giuseppe.
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 It's Sloppy Joe.
It's Sloppy Joe. That Joe.
Honestly, I came up with this fucking character at school, and well, just the design at least, and it was just me being like, dude, golden
Oh,
masks are fucking rad.
oh. Okay. Gotta make sure she's not falling off. Weird. What a baby.
I think this is a good first session. I I'm loving this so far.
I
I'm
am
having a
too.
lot more fun. I was worried I wasn't going to have as much fun as I was hoping, but I had a lot more fun than I was expecting, to be honest.
Yeah, fucking Lug almost killed that man. You basically killed
You're
somebody.
really good, DM Joe.
Oh well. I dispute that, but I will take it in stride.
Good. Well, you're making
Trying out a
things
fucking
fun.
threat map, trying to figure out all the shit you'll probably will want or need.
Fucking log pumpers on every side of the threat map.
Yeah, you guys are worried about fucking Rusty. You need to be looking behind our backs for fucking Lug.
Who is the real enemy? Your closest friend.
What? Yeah.
You managed an establishment that you can't talk to people who want you dead, but you can make loud noises. Hey, like,
yeah, that's good.
that's manipulation and shit. Don't worry.
That's a good skill to have.
Making noise, getting people's attention. Let's see.
Good.
This was such a good first session.
I did not expect things to
I
go
will
as
say
far
that it's
as
probably.
they did.
I'll say like your enjoyment is probably half that this session or this system isn't fucking D&D.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
If it was D&D, y'all would have been like, I don't fucking know. What's the table for jumping? What
What
are
do you
telling me
mean there's a
I'm jumping?
table?
Oh
What?
no, there's a table
Oh, you
for
poor
fucking
bastard.
everything.
I don't play
You're,
D&D.
you're lucky, Seth. You're lucky. I remember my first D&D experience. It was not
Oh, that'd be
fun.
wonderful. If you could use voice at any time, APOM, that'd be 100.
Have your
It would make things go a little bit faster too, and you'd be able to get more like edge in there.
have your roommate do voices for NPCs.
If your fucking roommate wants in on this, go ahead.
Absolutely. The more the merrier.
But nah, I'm not
Okay.
necessarily. Like, I can handle y'all pretty well, but too many people is getting a little.
Yeah, what's the
but yeah,
recommendation? Like 8 people.
I ran a fucking. Was it the second time I ever did a game? I had like 1, 2, 6. I think 7 people.
God,
It
that's
was
a
bad.
lot.
It went very badly, and everybody was real mad.
God.
These, of course, were kind of shitty friends too. So
Oh yeah, so it's gonna be bad anyway.
it was either people who couldn't do fucking like 5 plus 3 in their head, or it was dudes who were real mad that I wasn't entertaining enough.
Well, hey, you should have just gotten a Discord so then they didn't have to do the math. We're sitting
That
here
would've
not
been
having to
helpful.
do math.
Nah, he brought a fucking calculator.
I mean, Sidekick Bot is basically a calculator too.
Yeah.
You saw Win using the +2 function.
Yeah, and then you being like, oh, so we add more to that? No, I already added it.
Nice. 36. Hate Sidekick Bot. Hate Sidekick.
Fuck you. Nice.
Nice.
Why?
Look at all those good rolls. Now we know the probabilities.
That's a lot of 6s. Several 1s. For every penny in your body, roll a D2. A 50-50 chance that the penny will be heads up.
That's too many pennies. Yeah, I'll just roll 1,000. I don't want to put that much work on the poor bot. But anything else to note? My knife is still clean. I don't have blood on my hands.
I don't either. I got gloves.
Fucking son of a bitch.
Let's see. In regards to IPOM, I'd say come up with most of your crew, but leave like a couple of them nameless. For you, Seth, maybe think a bit about like who your hangers-on are. That is to say, like the particular one that kind of stays.
Nickel and zinc, or nickels and zinc.
Right. I forgot nickel and
Nicholas
zinc.
Zink. Gotta think about how they are. They just go help me find trash to eat.
They hold the what little hair you have back when you have to throw up.
Yeah, I think that's
Here.
this is a pretty good place to leave off.
Yeah, I've got
y'all
nothing.
probably.
This is great. Thanks for DMing, Joe. This is a really good.
Oh, well, thank
Got
you.
worried there that somebody was gonna die in the first session.
No, I don't think anybody would have died.
This was real, Avon. This
Yeah.
was real.
I think this is the most real experience I've ever had as far as role-playing goes. Fuck.
All right.
Y'all, alrighty.
Alright.
Well, you wanna stop the recording then?
Yeah, okay.
Get
3,
this
2,
thing
1.
processing.
3, 2, 1,
Bam.
there it goes.